Hello again, everyone. We're a man down this time on ye old smells like crit. So yeah, Steven is not going to be here. So we've got some stuff planned for him. I will run him autopilot as much as I can. Hopefully, we won't have to delve in too much with this group. It may revolve around Steven. So we'll see what happens. So let's see. Last time there were a bunch of shenanigans with everything that I had planned in Rockport. You guys just went, here's the good stuff, and just kind of avoided it. Well, didn't avoid it, just had other things to do, let's say. So at the beginning of the last episode, Nigel had the knife to his throat from our good friend, Sun Elf Lavinia, asking him what he was doing back in Rockport. Started basically saying that they staked their claim with their entertainment troupe. Nigel wasn't having it. Started firing off spells. Spells were volleyed back and forth. You went blind. You got gagged, and you got your hands tied. And then you just weren't in the room anymore. You were trying to be kind of sold off to some to the fighting pits, basically, and left there to deal with their own devices. At the same time, Callista and Steven heard your shotgun blast spell, came out nearly naked of their rooms trying to figure out what was going on. They encountered the orc barmaid / innkeeper. Steven tried to run distraction. Little did he know it would lead to the popping of his little cherry. Did some stuff to him that I will not retell and go over again. You guys were trying to find out what were in rooms, met kind of a ragtag group of people. There was a satyr, there was like a lupine wolf, tall looking dude. There was a naked dwarf, and a kobold that may or may not still be sitting on his bed. After that, you guys decided, hey, here's a good idea. We had this locate object scroll. Let's find the hat, because if we find the hat, we're going to find Nigel. You guys indeed found the hat on Lavinia as she was strolling back through. She said Nigel gave it to her to give to you. You returned back to her her cart, because she said she had a show, and she told you Nigel was at the fighting pit. So Og and Steven were headed that way. Again, simultaneously, Nigel got out of his predicament in the in the cells. Thought he had a damn good idea by using his signal flare. Little did he know the dice roll would bring Lavinia right back into the cell, because, spoiler, she was at the Battle of Torlek's lair as well. Hey, buddy. You got your dogs. I got my Bubba. Hey, Bubba.
Stop licking me.
So Nigel came back, started raising hell, jumped up on the stage, started declaring shit. The dwarf tried to make it part of the show. And then he went backstage to find Lavinia playing on her lute, and she just said, I'm performing now. Nigel said, fuck this, destroyed the lute. And then some guards showed up with Callista as Lavinia started crying and making a scene. So we can start with Og and Steven, who were headed to the fighting pits. This part could be fairly quick or fairly lengthy. We'll find out. Or we can start with Callista and Nigel. I would say maybe let's start with Og and Steven, because we last time there was the spell blast. We rolled for perception to see if we heard it. Og rolled very low and did not, but there was another one for the loot blasting, so we could do that again, and that may influence a lot of what's going to happen.
Oh, I can't hear you at all.
Off too.
Oh, there he goes. Okay, what was that, Og? What was the first part?
Oh, and I was just saying, yeah, and then we can have, if we start with Og and Steven, we can kind of establish what Steven's doing as well.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys are Og, you and Steven are headed towards the fighting pit. You are in possession of Abe, right? You're wearing him, I think.
Yes.
And you guys are headed towards where you know the fighting pits to be. So do another perception check, Og, and see if you hear if you hear the latest boom that Nigel threw off, and I'll go ahead and roll one for Steven. Even with whatever bonus he has, that was a 4, so I'm going to say Steven is oblivious.
I rolled a 19, so 23.
Yeah, so the second time it goes off, and I'm sure there's a bit more of a reaction from the crowd when this happens, because the little penguin man jumped up on stage and went through. So you definitely hear the old telltale boom of one of Nigel's spells coming from behind you. So you and I will say that you and Steven got like to the main entrance of the fighting pits, but you didn't quite get inside to see what's what.
Okay.
So you guys hear a big boom, and Steven is not even, he didn't even hear anything. He's just like looking at Ye Old Fighting Pits, the sign that's up there, and he's ready to check out what's inside and see if Nigel's in there.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, all kind of like, Steven, did you hear that?
What?
Sound like one of Nigel's booms.
No, all I hear is the possibility of glory.
It's like he's here.
Okay. Steven, you check out fighting pits then. I'm gonna head back and see if everything's okay.
Oh, I'll look everywhere inside here.
Okay.
There will be not a nook or cranny not looked at by mine eyes.
Have fun, Steven.
Oh, I intend to.
And he just like gives a big like puffs up his chest and walks in the door.
Excellent. Okay, so yeah, Og is gonna.
And that's where we'll leave him for the time being, unless you guys make it back over there.
Nope.
Sounds good.
I got you.
All right. So Og, you're headed back that way. We'll switch back over just since we decided what's going on with that. So Callista, you are backstage. Nigel, you are backstage. You just blew a hole through. You obliterated her loot, and where she was sitting, there was kind of like a draping behind her, and there's a big hole in that too, because it just carried on through the loot into the drapery. And the guards came out and were like, "What the hell's going on?" And she just started to and pointed at you guys. And so they've got their pikes pointed at you, and like, what the hell's going on?
I'm just going to do a telepathic dump and explain to him exactly what happened today, why we're here, and everything that's been going on with this Sun Elf.
To the guards?
To the guards and to the Sun Elf. I want her to know exactly why we're here. So I am just doing like a fucking info dump, like to the point where like their noses are going to fucking be bleeding after like they like.
Oh God!
I'm gonna comfort the girl. Oh,
no
you
comfort her.
thing.
No, we're just info dump. Just boom.
No, I'm comforting this girl.
So you start speaking into their heads, and they're just going like, "What? Who's what?" And since I can't remember how does it work on multiple people, or is it just one?
It's multiple. It's just telepathy.
Okay, I couldn't remember if it was just like because message I think goes to one person at a time,
Like a language.
and I couldn't remember. Yeah.
As long as they can understand it spoken.
Fuck it. Yeah, they're kind of freaking out because they're hearing a voice, but no one is talking, and they're just going like, stop it right now, stop it, you quit it, stop. And they're like getting closer. They're threatening you with the pike, telling you to stop speaking into their minds. They don't like it.
Okay, well, okay, I was trying to do this a little quicker. Sorry about that. We're just here because we're trying to get to Arcove. We came in, tried to get into the hotel room, saw this show going on, noticed that the show was about our life at the battle with Draconis. Tried to... Huh?
Torlik,
I'm sorry. I'm all fuzzy right now. Torlik, then she started hitting on me. I wasn't really into that. That's not really my thing. But I really just wanted to talk to her about why they were stealing our lives. She then took me upstairs, put a knife to my throat, and then said something about troops and stakes and pretty much that we were on her turf, which I don't really like being kidnapped or having knives put to my throat. So then I attacked her. She then sold me into slavery at the fight pit. I left the fight pit. Made a new warthog buddy, and we came down to here. So that's pretty much where we're at. We're just trying to get to Arcove. We wanted to sleep a little bit, and then all this happened. She also stole my hat. which I don't know where it's at right now. The hat is alive. I'm very worried for it.
They're just they're just looking at like listening to everything. They're like, that's a lot of information. What I don't even what anyone else? What happened? What happened? And she's just sitting there. He's like, he attacked me. I didn't do anything.
Oh, you poor thing. You poor thing. Are you okay?
Don't touch
I'm
me.
so sorry. I'm just trying to help.
I'm not gonna be able to make any money anymore. I can't play any music.
I'm just still panting from explaining everything, and then I'm start talking about how we're there to drop off the gosh, what did we call them? The weapons. Did we have like a certain name for them?
Oh, like just the relics.
Yeah. Like we're here to return the relic to Arcove. Like one of their guardians
They
passed.
just go, wait. We don't care where you've
You wanted
been.
to know why we're here? Really? I'm trying to kill two.
No, I wanted to know what happened right now. Big boom, crying lady. That's what I wanted to know. I don't need your whole life story.
Oh,
What?
that was just kind of really the boom was an accident. The things happen. Heat of the moment. Really, it's more that I was exasperated to this point by said Sun Elf when she tried to sell me into slavery at the fight pit. So really,
Because-
this is just.
He says, "Oh, okay. Look, there's a lot of accusations going back and forth. The option, look, we don't have any say in this. You guys can go to the captain, and you can make your state your case to the captain, and he's got final say."
Okay, fuck it, let's go.
Well, can I help this girl get her loot back together, and he can go talk to the captain. I mean, he had his
Wait, do you know each other?
we do, but you saw me. I was with you up at the
Yeah, we saw you.
still.
We saw you start a fire, and apparently this thing destroyed
that
her
was
property.
active.
So
We
that's
already
2
talked
counts
about
fuck, what's it called? Vandalism, destruction of property.
Oh,
So
no.
yeah, this
What
We're
about
gonna
the
pay for the
kidnapping
damages for the
charges
fire?
against her that I had to break out of a jail cell to get here?
look, that's hearsay at this point. I don't know anything about that. I did see a fire start, and I see with my own eyes the destroyed loot. I
Hey,
heard
cool.
the
I
noise,
can
and I
actually
heard.
you want to see what I saw? And I used telepathy and show him like the fight.
No, stop it. Get it out. I don't like it.
I'm gonna do persuasion roll on him then at this point. I should have just said I was doing that from the beginning. I thought that was implied that I was doing persuasion.
I want to
Just
do
ask me to-
persuasion too, because yeah.
Dope. Just
18.
Okay.
first fucking roll.
Okay. All right.
29.
And you want him to just listen to your what you've seen?
I want him to like agree that like I want him on my side with all of this.
Okay. He's just sitting there like he doesn't like it. You can tell these guys aren't accustomed to, like someone jumping into their head and screaming at them and showing all this stuff. And he's just like, I don't look, it doesn't my words don't mean anything, my decision anything. We gotta take it up with the captain. And she, he's like, "Will we go? You can do your little weird mind trick to him if he lets you. He doesn't like that shit either. So I wouldn't. Don't do it without asking permission. But that's the place to go." And then she just starts going, "I don't want to see the captain. This is a guild matter." Like, what are you talking guild matter bullshit? He came here. He showed you. He came here. He's a magician. And he's trying to come here. This is a guild matter. We have to go to the guild master. And the guy's just exasperated. He's like, "Look, I don't. I have a headache now. It's up to you guys. You go see the captain. You go see this guild master. I don't give a shit. What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Let's get huddled over here. So me and Callista are gonna get into like a little huddle.
Okay. At this point, Donder comes back and he's "What happened, my dear?" And he's and they're making a big fucking scene.
So here
And through the little hole in the side that you saw, Nigel, when you're trying to huddle up, you see you see the warthog, and he's like up, just kind of like holding his head, and he's like holding his head and holding his chest, because I don't know if you guys remember, he got a fucking dumbbell leveled against his chest, and pinned to the ground, which knocked him out of his charm. So he's just like just kind of stumbling around, like making his way back to his place.
Hey, Nathan, can I do a history roll to see if I actually know what the fuck this guild stuff is, or if I'm even
Yeah.
actually sure of it?
Yes, and you can do that with advantage, because with your things with like Dan Claw and everything else, and you were a performer at one point, you have an idea of like how the guild shit works. So
Okay. So 13.
I'm sure you fucking performed in Rockport in some way, shape, or form.
Okay, so I got a 16 on that.
You
Here,
guys,
I guess let me roll again.
yeah, I was gonna say you'll get advantage on it.
Yeah, 16.
16's highest. Yeah, you know that there's an entertainers guild, there's like a blacksmiths guild, there's a merchant guild, there's like guilds for like any sort of way to make money. Through this, I did tell you that Rockport does function more so along the lines of like black market mafia bullshit, but the guilds are still a very important matter. It's more so that they aren't governed by anything over them too much. Like the guild master of the city like has kind of final say on stuff, and then there is like a higher order kind of overall through the guilds. That there's like a, you know, I was going to say an example, but it wasn't a good one. So there's like a king guild master, and they're all, you know, the people going down. It is its own kind of economy in itself. But if there's something that happens in this town, you need to see the guild master of this town. If there isn't a solution made, then it like goes up the chain.
Do I know the guild master here?
16, I will say that you know him, you know of him. You probably haven't had any dealings directly with him. But yeah, his name, what did I say his name was? Shit, let me look here, because I made him. His name is, he is a hill dwarf named Stroganoff.
Okay.
I like stroganoff.
I mean, you might.
He might like me.
I never know.
So seeing how seedy this whole city is, I really don't think going to the captain's really gonna solve anything. For some reason, I'm getting pulled into entertainers guild bullshit, and that's why all this happened. So why don't we go? You know what? Fuck it. Let's go tell Stroganoff what the fuck happened.
How is the? I'm not a part of the guild, man. I mean,
No, this I'm just saying this is all my stuff. Like we'll clear this up and then we can go. And also he might give us kind of like it might make our time here a little easier if we check in with this guild.
how about we get them to agree that I had no part in this.
Yeah, that's
And I
fine.
still
They
go
don't
with
care.
you.
But yeah,
Go
yeah.
with my hood up. So
Yeah,
I'm.
fuck it. They don't care about that. Like, yeah, no, because she's not going to press charges. So, like, yeah, let's just go to the guild. I
But
think,
let's find Og 2 before we go to the guild. Eh?
yeah, definitely. But yeah, we're going to the guild. So yeah, I just turn around and I look at the sun elf. I was like, hey, why don't we just go to the guild where we should have gone in the first place instead of you attacking me? So yeah, we're gonna go tell Stroganoff what happened here.
And she's still just like, I was trying to talk to you, and you cast spells on me. You hurt me. You destroyed my property.
No, you put a
Oh.
knife to my throat. So no, we're not going to do this calmly.
Nigel,
We are now.
no, don't speak to her that way. You poor thing. He should never have done that. I sympathize with you. I had no idea he did that. Can we
I
rectify
just
this
look
in
at her
some
and I
way?
just shake my
Nigel,
head.
no.
I
Let
just-
these ladies talk. Can we? How can I help? How can I help you?
No, I want to see Stroganoff.
Okay, well we can go see Stroganoff.
Ah, and she just like
Oh.
falls into Donder. Like, oh, it'll be okay. We'll go see Stroganoff. It'll be okay. And at this point, like, you see like coming backstage. There's the Tabaxi and the Kenku come backstage and they're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. And so like Donder is talking to them, letting them know what all is going on. They're like giving you the mean mugging Nigel, shit like that. So the guards say, okay, so we're done. We're done.
right?
We're done.
You got it handled.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
done.
we're good.
Okay, don't destroy more shit. Don't start more fires. And they just turn around and walk off.
Okay.
So you guys are still backstage. Nigel, you do know where the guild like hall is or where they do all their dealing. So you just need to lead Callista over there.
I'm gonna go on the front of the stage now and see if I can maybe like find Og, seeing how he's a big giant half orc and he's
Okay, yeah, you can run up onto the stage. So you go up stage. The crowd is kind of like it's dispersed a little bit, but some people are still sitting there like waiting to see what's going on because they've heard the ruckus backstage, and there are people that have kind of like aren't sitting, but they're kind of around the general area, sitting and like talking amongst each other, trying to figure out what's going on. But yeah, you can. You guys don't even need to do a perception check. Nigel, you're on the fucking stage. So Og, you'll see him pretty clearly up on the stage because you're a big dude and over everyone's heads. And Nigel, I would say, I don't know if you're looking for Og or you're looking for your hat, but either way, I'll say, yeah, you guys see each other. You don't need to perception check. You can see each other through the crowd. There aren't many orcs in Rockport, so you can see Og pretty clearly as he's rushing back, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, cool. So I guess I'm looking around. I see I guess first I see Abe, and then I see Abe attached to Og, and then like a slow like sigh of relief like goes through my little like penguin body. So then I waddle my ass like as quick over to Og as I can. It's like, oh dear God, you found Abe. And then I just kind of just do that like I'm jumping with my arms up, trying to like get my hat.
Okay.
Yeah. Og picks him up and puts him on his shoulder. So he can...
Yeah, so then I take the fucking hat, I put the hat, realistically, no. I take the hat off his head, I stick my head in the hat, and then I ask Abe if she did anything to him.
Oh, Lavinia.
Show me on the smaller hat where she touched you.
Yeah. Did she take anything out of you? Did she harm you?
No.
Okay, cool. Good talk, Abe. And then I take my head out of Abe, I put it back on. It's like, all right, let's go get Callista, and we're gonna go do some. I guess I have to deal with some bullshit ass guild business. So let's go find that. This should be fun.
Okay. So yeah, you guys, Callista, are you still backstage trying to do something nefarious, or have you come out?
Hey,
Oh,
if
no,
you want to
it's-
split the party again, you're more than welcome to split the party.
Because you're back there with the entire other troop right now. If you're just hanging out backstage,
soon
being
as
like,
I
"Hey
returned to, like,
guys."
Let me go.
Uh-huh.
Then I made my way on.
Okay. All right.
Like, I'm no longer under arrest or have to pay any fines or do anything else.
Not through the city.
Yeah, but I'm not part of the guild, so it's cool. Okay.
We'll
No, I
find out
followed
in a bit.
Nigel. I follow Nigel.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
so
I
I
wanna
guess
get
as
my
we're
little
like walking there, I
cobalt
kind of
slave.
yeah. But I guess I just kind of explain what the guild is and all that kind of bullshit to the best of my knowledge,
Okay.
just so everybody has an idea. Yeah, so I guess we just beeline over there. I'm kind of fed up with all of this, and at this point I realized maybe you should have gone to the guild leader right away instead of going and trying to blow their stage up. But
Okay. So you guys, you guys go that way. You start. In the meantime, Nigel, you're telling all of them kind of what happened. Og, you're letting them know where Steven is, why he isn't with you, that he is. Well, did you guys want to go look for Steven first, or do you want to just get this bullshit over with, and because you know where he is?
we know what he's going to do.
It's good.
Okay.
The
Okay. That's fine.
little goblin will be fine.
I didn't know if you wanted to throw me a little like, oh yeah, this is what we should do, but fuck you, Nathan. We're gonna go. Okay. So yeah, you guys. So Nigel, you're walking, leading them on, and Callista and Og, you guys notice that you're going into back into the poor part of town, which is something you're just like, shouldn't we, like, important stuff. Bad, no. But Nigel's just taking that way, and there is in the kind of shitty poor marketplace, there is a toy shop that is set up, and Nigel just leads you on through the front door.
Yeah, I guess
Toy shop?
Yeah.
Toy
So
shop.
I walk in. I say hi to the clerk there. I kind of do my my thieves can't guild bullshit. Like I'm here to see Stroganoff, and like thieves can't. We're having like a nice conversation. Y'all
Yeah,
really,
it's a older woman.
Yeah.
Just kind of sitting down over a ledger, and you say, "I need to see Stroganoff." Blah, blah, blah. She said, "What's your business?"
Well, it seems like there is some sort of we had an altercation with the troop that is I guess stationed here. She attacked me for no reason when we tried to get a room here, thinking that I was trying
Okay,
to.
that's enough.
Okay.
You can tell it to Stroganoff. Yes. You may wait here for a second. The other party has arrived. They are speaking with him, and they will call you in shortly.
I'm really surprised they beat us here. We really just beelined it here. I was pretty sure she was going to be crying for at least another 5 minutes. That we'd have a heads up on her. But I guess they can fly and teleport, so it doesn't really matter.
You don't know what they can do. So a couple minutes goes by, and okay, bye. And then she is just sitting there writing the whole time, and she just kind of at one point sits up and puts her hand to her ear. She says, "Okay, I understand." She says, "You may go in now," and she just points you into a little back room. So you guys get up, you walk in. It's a small little shop. Like there are toys here. They are not incredibly well made. Again, you're in the poor section. There are some like dolls that are made out of like potato sacks, really crudely like whittled little like fucking bullshit, like clicky clackies and things like that. Like, nothing that you'd be like, oh, that's nothing that seems safe and that would it would be a good toy for a child. So you guys walk back, and Lavinia is there. Donder isn't there, the Tabaxi isn't there, but the Kenku is. So it's Lavinia and the Kenku are sitting there, and she's still kind of just fucking being emotional. And the room is fairly small. It's probably about, I don't know, 40 by 40. Nothing really like grandiose about it. There's a couple bookshelves. There's a main desk. There is like a vanity station behind it near another kind of open door that leads back there. And you see a dwarf that his back is to you, and he is over at the vanity just kind of messing around with shit. He's sitting down, and it looks like he is kind of going through some jars and different things that's on there.
Well, Stroganoff, how are you today?
Well, I feel like shit.
Me too. That's why we're here.
Yes, I was told a little bit about what the problem was, so please tell me what you think happened.
So, one of two things. One, I could either just kind of dump all the information in your head, we could do it like that, or I could eloquently, with my, voice, tell you. I think I'm gonna go voice. Nobody seems to really care for the dumping stuff in their head. Kind of freaks people out.
Well, before you start, Nigel, Stroganoff, you said you're feeling poorly. Could I possibly help by healing you? Would that make you feel better? Give you a comforting healing word, whatever your ailment is?
I don't need any healing. It's just...
Okay.
Oh, that time of the month for me.
Okay, no problem. Just trying to offer my services where I can.
I'm gonna roll. I want to roll insight on him saying it's that time of the month.
Okay.
I got a 7. So let me see. 7 plus. What does a 10 tell me?
You know that any member of the guild in any capacity has to be active in like some regards. Mm-hmm. So like Dan Claw was very much like just doing his shows and getting around. That's how he made his living. He didn't really have any authority. He was just part of the guild, and that's how he made his living. Same thing with probably Lavinia and them. This just is how they work. Members of the guild that have any sort of like supervisory or power or anything like that, they are in this, but they still have to like perform to some extent.
Yeah, I got you. Okay, so like
Yeah.
okay. What is he? Would the insight tell me what kind of performer he is, or do I
No.
know what kind of performer he is?
No.
Okay.
No.
So that's my time of the month. That's all.
I hear you. I haven't really had to perform in. God, Callista, how long has it been since I have actually put a show on?
Oh, weeks and weeks and weeks.
At
Months
least
and months.
months before we even started out on all this little quest.
No, it really was months. I'm terrible at keeping time. Months.
Well, I will say I remember that after, or no, was it? I can't remember exactly. It was either right after the Torlek business or right before when we were still doing the one shots. That while you guys were traveling, it was before, yeah, because you had Snail,
the ship.
but you were going around and you were doing your road shows, and Callista was stealing shit.
Yes, yeah, she was stealing stuff from the audience.
I feel
Yes.
like Nigel, he may not have. I feel like there's been times where he's done little like, he's done fireworks and shit like that.
But I haven't put on a show. There's
It wasn't a show, but
Yeah,
it might have been
there's
a
a there's a
distinction. I have not
Yeah.
asked for money for my lovely performing arts.
You've
Fair
just
enough.
used your
Okay.
performing arts as a distraction.
Yeah, I've used it as distraction and as, subterfuge.
and bullshit.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're saying that you haven't performed. I was like, and he says, well, regardless, you're still on the ledger for being active. So whether you decide to take a hiatus or whatever the case.
Oh, I will understand that. I had no intention of performing today. Regardless of that, we're not even here to perform. We're here on behalf of Lady Shrewsbury.
Of the Bark Hollow estate.
At Bark Hollow Estate, we're here to return a priceless relic to Arcove.
One of
Really,
the fallen fighters in the fight against Torlak.
Torlak, and then really my compatriots that are with me aren't even performers. So I hadn't even didn't even think I needed to stop in the guild. Realistically, we're not even trying to get money here. If we were trying to get money and perform, I wouldn't have taken the poison tasting earlier today. But regardless of all of that, now I'm going to do my whole kind of spiel.
Yeah.
Of what
And he said, yeah. He said, oh, that was you. I heard about the dealings with Eisen.
So, I'm really just trying to layer on that I'm not trying to make money performing here.
Okay. Yeah, you go through everything, try to give your account of what went on. Bubba, thank you. Leave that incision alone, Mister.
No.
Oh, I also
Okay.
want to point out to him that, walked in, saw they were doing, after we did the poison tasting, we realized we were all covered in shit and vomit and blood. We went over to the inn to
Get cleaned up.
rest and just kind of finish our day. And I happened to see the show, and it kind of a little bit about us. So I was curious about that. So I wanted to maybe have a conversation with one of the performers, and she threw herself at me. Not really my thing, but she took me up to her room and immediately put a knife to my throat and asked me what the fuck I was doing in Ark Hollow. Or not Bark Hollow, but Rockport.
Yeah.
And then all of that kind of shit happened. Do I need a roll? You want me to roll persuasion or something?
No, you're not trying to persuade him. You're just kind of let him know what's going on.
Yeah.
He's sitting there the whole time. He's just his hands have been moving and going up to his face and rearranging shit on his table and going through. And he says, okay. He says, Lavinia, is that, I know there were discrepancies. Is that what happened? He said, no. Again, he says, okay. But she starts going into the whole emotional cry. And he just says, okay, I heard it once already. Number one, stop the bullshit. We both know how you operate, and you just drop the fucking act. I'm not in the mood today. And she just and just immediately goes back into it. And And once a couple seconds pass and he doesn't hear any sniffling, he says, "Okay, good. Now I would like you to retell your side, but, what actually happened." And she looks over at Whittle, and he just, with his big bird face, just kind of shrugs and throws his hand up because he doesn't know. He doesn't know anything. And she starts to talk. She just says, "Look, we all know Nigel. We've heard of him. We sure as shit know Dan Claw. What else was I supposed to think when he comes walking into Rockport? Number one, you just said you were going to Arcove. This isn't Arcove."
Yeah, we had to. We fought a bunch of black puddings on the way to Arcove. Needed to repair all of our armor and weapons, so we decided to take a break.
Yeah. Anyways, you know whether you're active or not. You know the guild rules. If someone is here, you stay the fuck away. So, knowing who you are, you coming up to us, what else was I supposed to think? That you were here to run us out? So, I did what I was supposed to do, what I was taught from growing up. Strike hard, strike fast, no mercy. So, yeah, maybe I got a little knife happy. It's my specialty, after all. Okay? You could have, we didn't have to go beyond that. If you had said, "This is nothing," but you started firing off the bolts.
I believe I did say something, and then you put the thing even closer to my neck. So, yeah.
You started telling me a story which did not answer what I asked you in the first place. So, did I put a knife to your throat? Stroganoff, yes, I did. Did I bring you to the fighting pits so that you weren't my problem anymore? Stroganoff, yes, I did. But I am now lootless, and I need something to play, and that was not cheap, so I demand compensation.
You kidnapped my friend, and despite his explanations, you continued to prove to be aggressive and
I didn't kidnap.
homicidal.
I didn't kidnap shit.
I
I defended myself, and I put him somewhere that he was not my problem anymore. And he's fine. He got out.
Stroganoff,
Even if he had been brought to the fighting pits, based on what I saw that he could do, he would have been fine. He would have won his way out. It would have taken him a couple of days. It's fine.
Stroganoff, I am an impartial party. I know Nigel. I have seen this young woman's show. They obviously have some communication problems. There's some miscommunication going on. And while neither acted in the best possible way, they are both a little guilty of just miscommunication, not communicating clearly enough or not listening. Would you say that it was right for her to aggressively put a knife to my friend's throat multiple times, Mr. Stroganoff?
He puts his hands on the table, and you can tell that he's done with whatever he was doing, and he turns around very slowly, and he just has full-on clown makeup on his face, and just like a big fucking giant beard, bald head, and it's just like, it's like sad face clown, like hobo clown, where it's just got like the big like fucking white thing with the teardrops going down and everything.
Nigel
And he
has
just-
never
and he
been
just-
happier in his entire life to see this fucking clown.
And he just sighs heavily and says, "Miss, I don't mean to be rude, but if you're not part of the guild, you can kindly shut the fuck up."
Understood, Stroganoff. Thank you.
That. Thank you. Now, Lavinia, did you see Nigel performing in the town of Rockport? She just sits there for a second and says, "No." Okay. Nigel, have you performed in the town of Rockport since you have arrived?
No, not one bit.
Okay. So,
other than some scrapes and bruises, and perhaps some battered egos, the only thing that has been really perpetuated or has a lasting effect is this destroyed loot. Would that be an agreement?
Yeah, I'm not dead. Could have been.
And she says, and she looks around, she looks at Whittle, looks back, yes. Says, okay. And he kind of brings his hand up to his mouth and says something and puts his hand back down and says, just 1 second. And then the woman from up front comes in and she's got a big book and she lays it down in front of him. And he says, thank you. And she walks out and he starts going through it. And he's looking through and he says, Nigel, when was the last time that you spoke to or saw Danclaw?
Ooh, it's gonna be at least four months. We've written, but nothing really, substantial. Just the kind of I've sent him letters to know where I am and what's been going on and why I haven't returned.
I have known Danclaw for a long time, and I would say that a trait that would not be accurate in describing him was late. But, and he starts flipping through it in this big ledger, and he says, he is behind on his guild payments for quite a while. We have not been able to get a hold of him by letter or in person since you are here, and you are known to have worked with him. Unfortunately, this does fall on you. So, number one is his overdue statement must be taken care of first. And he starts looking through. He says, Danclaw owes at this point 36 gold pieces.
Oh, I got you, bud. And I give him the 36.
Okay. Put it on the table. He says, thank you. And he marks the little thing in his book. He whispers back into his hand again. The woman comes back with a tray and puts the gold in there, takes the book, goes back, says, thank you for making that easy. I hate debt collection. Now, and he stands up and goes over and starts grabbing something from a drawer and starts putting on just the fucking most atrocious clown costume that you can imagine. Frills like Bozo, just bright yellow, the giant fucking pom-poms going down. And he says, now, Lavinia, how special was that loot? And she says, well, if you ask me, it was priceless. He says, God damn it, Lavinia. I need a number, not more bullshit. And she says, let me see here. I'll just do this. She says, that loot was 600 gold. And let me do 2 more things here. Wah. Says, okay. If you can provide documentation that this is what it cost, Nigel, you will have to compensate.
How about I pay half? I was aggressively attacked, and that was the kind of end result of everything that happened. I'll pay half. No worries there. You got it. Hell, I'll leave the 300 right now. No need to even bring out documentation.
Okay, throw persuasion more so for Lavinia than for.
Okay.
Well, this will be for both of them, but it's gonna be more so for her.
10. That is a 19.
Okay. She he says, well, we can take care of it right now, Lavinia. And she says, I have documentation. And she goes over to Whittle and he takes something out of his bag
Oh, I need
and,
to-
and presents it to Stroganoff. Let me see here. Let me get these pulled up. Okay. God, I'm gonna have to steal Zoe's iPad, the new one that we got for her, so I can have like multiple character sheets brought up on it. So I can go back and forth and all this stuff. Okay. Okay, let's see here. He lays it down in front of him and he's got his fucking giant thing on now. So he's this dwarf clown is getting dressed in front of you guys. And he's looking down at it and he's got his fucking little like tiny spectacles, like opera glasses that are on the little thing, and he's looking at it.
He says, well, it seems legitimate to me.
That the documentation that you presented for how much it was worth is legit.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. I'd still sit and paying $300. I'll give you $300 for it. I feel that it's fair. I had to break myself out of a jail.
Nigel, you are now affecting how they make their living.
They were affecting how I make my living. They hit my compatriots here. You know, we're an adventuring group. I disappeared. There was things we could have been doing at that point, and you know, that affected us.
Says, Nigel, I am not in the mood to argue. You know how guild business operates. She provided
and I know
documentation.
you-
Unless you can show otherwise that is not what this was worth, then you can pay less.
I want to roll insight on her documentation.
Go for it.
Let's see here.
Might be investigation over insight.
Okay, yeah, that's totally fine.
And actually, let me, because I did insight on him too. So let me redo that for him.
Okay, okay.
That's actually a good idea. I'll redo that. What is your Stroganoff?
I got a 21.
They don't
Okay.
have, like ye old insurance back then, or in this setting, do they?
Yield insurance. She had a very finely written receipt from an upscale store. You look at it and are you? I think this. Yeah. What are you proficient in as far as like your like tools and kits? Like I know thieves' tools and disguise.
Yeah, these tools in disguise. Yeah, I have a disguise kit. Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys trying to figure out if this is real?
Yes.
Is anyone proficient with a forgery kit?
Oh, Callista is.
Part of my background as a I'm a charlatan, false identity. So I'm proficient with disguise kit, forgery kit, and thieves tools.
Okay. Whoever, so when things like this happen, if you're proficient with the forgery kit, you get advantage on like checking to see if something is bullshit or not.
May I take a look at that, if you don't mind? At the receipt?
She says, go ahead, I have nothing to hide.
And that's perception? No.
Investigation. And you can roll with advantage.
Okay. First one is 18. Second one is dirty 20.
Okay. You look at this thing and you go over and you look at like the quality of paper, the ink that's used, like the seals that's pressed on it, and like you've seen your fair share of bullshit stuff that's made up. And from what you can tell, this looks real.
Okay.
So back to he says, are you satisfied? At this point, he's got a big fucking floofy afro wig on, rainbow colored.
Yes, this is this appears to be exactly as exactly as Lavinia states. Authentic.
And she says, yeah, I told you.
My apologies for doubting you, miss.
So Stroganoff just says, okay, so if 600 is what the loot was worth, Nigel, you say you have 300 gold. You can do partial gold.
You can trade. You can offer favors or later dates. You can try to set up payment plans. Honestly, I don't give a shit. You come to an
Yeah, no, I just
agreement.
want to be
We
done with
stamp
it. So
it.
I give her the gold.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you give it to her?
No.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you hand it over, you get it out of Abe. Hand it over, and he says, okay, we are done. And I unfortunately now have to do my show. So if you please leave
So
me
when he says he has
be.
to do a show, then I look over at Lavinia. It's like, you gonna put a knife to his throat too? And then I just walk out.
Okay. Before you guys leave, Lavinia looks over at Clifton and she's like, you need to get him some anger management or something.
We're working on it. We're working on it.
You might want to try harder.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank
Have a
you.
great show.
Oh, I always do. And she gives you a little one of these.
And I toss my hood up and just.
Okay.
And we just leave Og there. Crows, we can't hear you, but
Hold on. This headset.
Like, it's fun. Like, as soon as you start talking, we can't hear anything. And then when you get exasperated, you're like, son of a, yeah, it comes back in.
I feel like it's just kind of low volume.
if
usually.
we're all at a 6, you're at a 3. I feel like that's the
Yeah.
Well, as Og is figuring out his headset, and if you're getting ready to leave, you notice that the Kenku has been looking at you, Og in particular, and is just kind of like, before he leaves, trying to get your attention, he just goes and opens his beak. Yeah, you got it. Opens his beak and just says,
Those two eyes.
in Donder's voice, says, "Test your strength." And he points like out the door. Test your strength.
Okay. Can
From
you
what
hear me
you
better
can
now?
tell, yeah. So from what you can tell, he's trying to like invite you back to the show because Donder had invited you and Steven both to try to basically match him at his test of strength at a show. So the Kenku is trying to remind you, like, we still like you to do the
I
thing.
still want you, Og.
Og might swing by later.
He just gives you one of these with his little wing up, just gives you one of those.
Og gives him a thumbs up.
And Lavinia goes up and starts talking to Stroganoff again. Og, you can do a perception check. Nigel, you're fucking gone. Callista, if you want to do one, how quickly were you leaving?
I just tossed my hood up and made like I was leaving, but I mean, I'm
But
still.
you were holding back, waiting for Og. Okay, so Og, Callista, you guys can do a perception to see if you can hear as you guys are walking out what's going on.
30-20.
Ooh, okay.
16.
Callista, you hear them kind of like talking low, just like, and so you're just like, fuck it, and leave. Og, as you're walking out kind of slowly, you can catch some of this. Lavinia basically is just talking about like kind of trying to pander to him, like, thank you so much for your wisdom, and he just like, just stop with the shit. You and I both know that these little incidents are not good for your situation. And if you are found, this is bad for everyone. And then that's all they talk about. And you head up. That's all you hear.
I'll once we get out of the shop, I will tell Nigel and Callista about what I overheard.
Okay.
Can I roll with
Also-
history and see if I know anything about Lavinia?
Also, I was going to point out to Nigel that might be concerned about your father figure missing his guild payments and having
Yeah. There's like 8 other things we
Might want to look into that.
we might need to go stop at Gold Cliff after we finish up here. If that's fine with y'all.
Okay. So you guys are done with kind of what we have set up for right now. What is the next order of business?
Sleep.
Okay. So all of this stuff hasn't taken
Do
a
you have anything, Calista?
I'm gonna get me a little slave, a little servant, a little fanboy.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, and all of this stuff, I was trying to remember like when you guys got to Rockport pretty damn early. And all you did was go to Thank the Maker, and you went to Taster's Choice, and then you went to the inn. And all of the stuff that happened last session was pretty quick, so it wasn't a huge amount of time. Like, it was probably over the span of a couple hours.
Mm.
So it's still daytime. It's probably mid-afternoon from what you guys are where you're at currently.
Well, wasn't there one more? Like, there's nothing really else I need to do other than.
We need to stop at Gentleman's Fancy or something.
We need to get the cart fixed still too.
Yeah, I guess we need to talk to somebody in the inn about getting the car fixed.
Yeah, you guys. I know you guys wanted to try to talk to stop by a Gentleman's Fancy at some point. Your rooms are good for. I mean, you paid for them, so they're good for until the next day. And then you're just waiting. I mean, the main reason you guys are in town is waiting for all your shit to get made or repaired. Like Steven's still running around armorless.
God, yeah. Because now at this point, I don't want to go too far off course so that then we leave him completely behind.
We can get the cart fixed easy enough, and
Well, and when I talked to him, I told him that I would try to leave him out as much as I could, but still with making things happen as they needed to. If something super important or really fun for him may come up, we may stop until he gets in on it. But there's stuff for you guys to do. So you guys. Let's see. You did poison testing. You know that the fighting pit was a big draw. You went to Thank the Maker. Gentleman's Fancy is still there. You went to the bar and the inn for the Whistle Drench. You saw the entertainment that was there. Those were the big things. The other gambling is there are friggin' gambling houses for cards, for dice, for all this shit. And then there is, I think I told you guys, I can't remember, there is racing too.
Oh. I'm kind of cash poor right now, so that would So what do y'all want to do? Let's go. Let's just get the cart fixed right now.
Did you, Nigel? Did you have any ideas where where that guy may have taken Snail to?
That's on the other side of the world, pretty much. Right?
You guys can roll. You were all there when you talked to Handsome. So if you guys want to roll history to see if you remember these details, because that was a while ago.
He indicated
What was the-
it was somewhere southwest of Bark Hollow, but that's
Yes.
close to the continent.
Don't got to roll shit. Og had it written down. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
that could mean Rockport, Gold Cliff, Arcove, potentially. Probably
Bark Hollow is in the northeast section of the continent, so southwest could be a lot of stuff.
I mean, it could be New Saluna as well, but yeah, I mean it's possible here or Gold Cliff. So you might want to look into see if you can figure out more information on who was it, Tom Doretto.
yeah. I can do that. Well, let's go get the cart done first, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Okay.
All right. Do you want a woodworker in the poor part of town, or do you want a woodworker in the other marketplace?
A woodworker in the other marketplace.
Okay. All right. So you guys head up there, and you just find kind of a carpentry shop. There's a just middle-aged human worker there that kind of asks, what do you need? What do you need?
So I kind of explained to him that we had a problem. Well, what's your name, sir? My name is Nigel. This is Callista, and this is my good friend Og. We're an adventuring party. kind of got into a mishap on the way here. Kind of fucked with some black puddings that we shouldn't have, and they ate part of my cart, and I'd kind of like you to get that fixed for me.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, of course, I can patch that up. Any special requests? I mean, depending on how bad the damage is, I may need to remove parts to replace parts.
That's totally understandable. I've got it. What end do we have it parked at? We've got it parked at the.
Outside the gate, kind of near the Greylax, isn't it?
I thought we moved.
It's not outside the gates.
No. I moved it into.
Oh,
the
that would be the worst place to leave it.
Inside the gate.
Yeah.
So when last I remember, you guys went to the marketplace, and when you were going inside, Nigel left a hyena on it.
Yeah.
But I don't remember if the cart made it with you guys to the inn. I don't know if you left it or brought it.
Let's just say if we left the market to go to the inn, I'd say we probably took it with us.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it's back at Whistle Drench?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and I guess I'll just let them know like where it should have. Let's say we brought the cart with us rather than all this bullshit. Yeah.
Okay. Let me do a roll really quick since the cart was left unattended with a hyena on it. You guys go back before. We'll just quickly when you go back to get the cart to take it up here. There is there's a little bit of blood around the cart and a little bit of blood on the hyena.
So I go up to.
Oh, did you name it?
Yeah, Larry. I'm like, isn't that a good Larry? Did you eat the boys? And then
He just starts going.
neat. And then so I just kind of
Neat.
neat.
My hyena laugh. Wait, don't hold it against me.
Yeah, and then so we just kind of we take the card over to him and we
Cool.
apologize.
Yeah, there was some sort of altercation at the cart, and Larry did something to protect it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, yeah, I can do this. No problem. Give me. I don't know. I'm not really busy. Give me like 2 days. Be good as new.
Cool. What's his name?
His name is Brett.
Brett. Okay.
Brett.
Card. All right. Okay. 2 days.
And let's see here. That's like 20 gold.
Done.
Yeah. It's wood. That's all.
Well, cool.
And he says, is that is that hyena staying here?
Well, I can leave it here if you want me to, or I can take it. It's up to you.
I don't mean to make assumptions, but the blood
Oh,
really
yeah.
kind of.
I got you.
doesn't-
So I think I can. Can I unrecall the things, or are they just kind of like there? Can I turn back into balls?
I think if you dismiss them, they don't turn back into the balls. The balls just reappear at the beginning of the day. But
Okay.
yeah, I'll say you can dismiss it. Why wouldn't you be able to? Screw it.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm like, Larry, I'll catch you on the flip side, and I just kind of like wave my hands, and then
He looks very sad when he's gonna be dispelled into nothingness.
you were a good boy, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, again, no assumptions. You guys seem like good people. When you bring in hyenas with blood all around, I don't.
Hey, well, the hyena did what he was supposed to, which was eat anyone that came near my cart. So, really it's on whoever came near the cart's fault. The hyena's just going to be a hyena.
Well, I'm very glad that he's gone now because I need to get near the cart to fix the cart.
Oh,
so
I would've
that
let
was
you could've
his.
got- Yeah, you're fine. You're what I like to call a friendly. Larry doesn't eat friendlies.
Either way, he's not here now, so I get 2 days. 2 days. I'll
I
have
got
it
you,
for it.
Brett.
Good as new.
Okay.
So your cart is there. Is there anything in the cart? Is there anything in the cart that is super important that you don't have on you?
No, because
I think you guys took everything that was super
Yeah.
important and like put them in.
Between my bag of holding and the hat, yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, what's next?
Should we go to what was it, that general store, the Gentleman's Fancy? Or
Yeah, let's go to the Gentleman's Fancy.
Sure.
Let's go get something nice. We've all had a rough day.
Okay. All right. Get my notes out for the Ye Old Gentleman's Fancy and my price list. There's the price list. Oh, good. I rolled the correct amount of dice on that loot. Awesome. Okay. So you got Nigel, you know, and just to refresh you guys, the Gentleman's Fancy is fairly reputable. It has, if it had a Yelp page, it would have mixed reviews. But you, Nigel, know that if there's something that you need like right now, chances are that's where it will be. The dude that runs it is exceptionally just like stocked. Like he's got, like, even if it's something like off the wall and weird, he'd be like, oh, let me go look in the back. And a lot of times he'll come back with it. And you're just like, this is very strange. This is wonderful. Awesome. Thank you. So, yeah, you guys stroll into the Gentleman's Fancy. It smells immaculate. It smells just delicious. Just whether it's incense or perfume or whatever's in there, it is like, that's the first thing you notice is the smell. It is just wonderful. It's super pleasing. It's the best smelling thing that you guys have experienced in Rockport, and it just looks great. Like everything dusted, lighting is wonderful. Like whoever runs this shop has a particular way that they want things set up, and they want it as appealing as possible, so that when you walk in, you feel welcomed, you feel safe, and you're just like, this is my kind of shop. So you walk in, and of course it has the little over-the-head bell, and it's just ding, 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 as you guys start strolling in. And where the shit is it? There it is. So there is a human that comes from the back, and he is very sharply dressed. He is maybe in his early 50s, black hair, just like very thin mustache, kind of curled up a little bit, has a jacket with coattails on it, just very properly dressed, comes out with his hands up. That's just how he walks. His hands are up. And he just says, how can I help you?
Well, I think we're kind of here. We're just kind of seeing what wares you have, and maybe upgrading some of our instruments, and just kind of seeing what's what.
Absolutely, I would love to help. Is there anything in particularly you're looking for?
Do you have, what type of jewelry do we have available? Anything that requires no attunement, or anything that would help our offensive capabilities or protect us from an element?
I have jewelry of all kinds, madam. Is there more specifics? Attunement, I'm not 100% sure on. Is there a specific? Is it for pleasure? Is it for accessorizing? Is it for, you said offensive? Is it you trying to boost your magics?
Oh yes, anything of those categories, or perhaps a bag of tricks, or something that would help summon helpers, if you will.
Bag of tricks. So you're looking for perhaps a bag of tricks and some sort of magical amulet.
Yes.
Yes, I will, let me search the wares and see what I have in the back room. He turns around with his hands up and goes back, and he's just very short steps. Like his knees don't really like move away from each other, so it's just kind of his feet go.
I'm picturing like a butler.
Kinda, yeah. Very close to that. So let's see here. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
What? Maybe it's just me, because I can just, it's really hard to hear you.
It's a little low. I can hear. Yeah, the majority of the time when we're going on, Og, your mic does seem kind of lower in volume. I can typically hear what you're saying, but it is kind of faint sometimes. I don't know if it's just a setting on.
No, I've got all the microphone stuff jacked up to the top.
I gotcha. Okay.
Weird. Mm.
I mean, it's an old microphone. I like it, so I have been wanting to get a new headset.
Gotcha.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. So he comes on back. He says, bag of tricks, bag of tricks. That's a very strange request. You don't get many of those. The short answer is yes. We happen to have a couple in the back. As far as your accessorizing request, we have a couple of different amulets or necklaces that could prove to be very useful to you. One of which is will protect you from detection from any magical means. So if you've been a bad girl and someone is looking for you, trying to perhaps scry to find you, this will perhaps make it so they cannot find your gorgeous face. This is an amulet of proof against detection. It's a very, very wonderful item. The other one that I have, which could be very useful to you, is the more offensive qualities. And he brings out a necklace, and it has a bunch of little beads on it. It says, you just pick one of these little beads off, and you toss it at those naughty men that are after you. And this will cast the fireball spell, or so I've been told.
Oh,
Oh.
what a wonderful, this has been very helpful.
Oh, well, thank you. I like to pride myself by having just everything that my customers need.
That's been, that all of those items are exactly what I'm looking for. Now, for the amulet with the offensive properties, with the beads, is it a limited number of beads, or do the beads replenish themselves over time?
Oh no, my dear, that would be just one. That would be wonderful if they just prick it off and it comes right back. No, this is just a limited quality. There, and you look, and he shows you, and that went on the floor. You look, and he shows you that there are 8 beads that are hanging from it.
8 beads.
There are
Okay.
8 beads that are hanging from it.
So what?
back.
How much would it be for the bag of tricks and your wonderful offensive bead necklace?
Oh yes, absolutely. For the bag of tricks, that would be the bag of tricks is 600 gold. That one will come back as many times as you want to use it. I hear it can throw out a boar. I hear it can throw out a monkey. Just all kinds of things. But that will replenish at dawn. And then which one? The other one? The
blow up, the fireball beads.
The fireball necklace. Okay, that one. No. Okay, so that was 600. Yes, oh my dear, that one is very, very is very useful, and that one is that one is 7,000 gold, unfortunately. But I'll tell you, hang on. This is what I tell to all my customers. So 7,000, that's 7,600. I know that's a very pricey thing, but if you try to find these anywhere else, it may take you even a very large amount of time to find, and I again pride myself that I have them on hand at all times. So if you promise to tell everyone where you got these, and I can tell that I like you, I can give you the gentleman's discount, and I can give them to you for perhaps maybe 5,000 gold.
5,000 and 600 for the bag of tricks.
600 for the bag of tricks, yes, and it was 7,000 for the necklace. But again, just seeing you, I know you would use these to the best of your abilities, so I can give you, just cut it right off of there for 5,000 gold for these 2 items.
Would you consider a trade of an item to reduce the price?
Oh, well, what are you offering, my dear?
Well, I have this bag of dust of sneezing and choking.
Oh. Let me see. Can he see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see where this shit is. There we go.
I also have
And
this
so-
iron hag's ring as well, and yes.
Okay. He says, oh, and he's opens up the bag and he's kind of looking through and sifting, and he catches it on his mouth. Like,
I did warn you.
As advertised. Yes, absolutely. He cinches it up and puts it on the table. So he has the necklace and he has the bag kind of on one side, and he has the bag. You hand him on the other side. He says, "Oh yes, this would be wonderful. The people that come in here would get a very good use out of this for the things that they normally do. Yes, I would absolutely love to take that from you. And then this ring as well.
It's an iron hag's ring that we acquired from killing a bog witch, a hag.
Oh, okay. Let me look at it. He's looking at it, kind of seeing what he can see. He says, "Oh yes, well, having these two traded along with it, I said 5,000 for I could, and again, you're giving me many more things to sell that people may have their eyes on. I can bring it down. I can chop off another 1,000, 4,000 for the trade and for the bag of tricks and the wonderful, beautiful necklace that will complement your eyes so well."
4,000 for the bag of tricks and the necklace.
Yes.
Done.
Wonderful. And so, would you like me to bag this up for her? And he flops out a big plastic, like overly like advertised gentleman's fancy bag that he has behind the counter.
Before you do that, you said you had several bags of tricks. What colors are the bag of tricks that before we...
Oh, wonderful. Yes, of course. They must match your attire, my dear. Let me see what I have here. There is, how many? There are 3 separate. There's 3 separate.
I think I have, let me see, bag. I'll tell you which one I have so you don't double up on them.
Uh-huh.
Gray, rust, or tan. Okay, those are the 3, so let me, I'll do these. That'll be easier. All right.
I
Right.
have,
So there is a
I have
rust.
the tan.
That's 3. Just, oh my dear, I'm sorry. We do have multiples, but they are the same color. We have rust bags. They are very, again, with the red of the necklace and the particularly red and brown of the bag. They could complement each other very well.
I would have loved a gray, but I suppose rust will do. Are you sure we can't knock this down to maybe 3,500, since it's not quite exactly what I was hoping for?
Roll your persuasion.
Persuasion. It is, dirty 20, 12 and 8.
How can I say no to you, my dear? Yeah, the 3,500 it is.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
All right,
And
so yeah, add those to your inventory.
What was the necklace called?
Oh, it's a necklace of fireballs.
Necklace of fireballs.
Necklace, fireballs. And then yeah, I said they had 8 beads.
Okay.
So
Heck yeah. And rust. No.
So this is all going on. Nigel's just
Oh,
kind of like,
I'll say this too. I forgot to say it. When you walk in, like, and you see like a bunch of signs that says like always willing to deal, bargains accepted, trade, willing to buy, but it says no refunds, no returns, a bunch around there too.
Okay.
It's like in Spider-Verse when Stan Lee is selling the selling his stuff. It's like no refunds.
what, my friend, what do you have in regards to studded leather armor? I want to kind of get I need something a little bit better than what I'm wearing right now.
Yes, anything in particular as far as qualities that you would like it to hold?
Maybe something to help my stealth.
Oh, wonderful! Yes, let me look around and see what I have in regards to the armor. And he goes to the back and he's looking around for a bit. As I'm flipping through shit. So he go through.
Or to help with my sneak attack.
Well, I mean, stealth will help with your sneak attack for sure. If you have it going on, you can hit it in a lot more. I feel like there's. Where the hell is that? Oh, there we go. Oh, but that's only for that. Well, fuck.
It's your game, Nathan. You can make
It is my game. I know. I know. I want it to make sense. Well, yeah, I could. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Oh, that would actually be good. I can use this. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. So he comes back, and he has 2 items. Where is that? Okay, one of which is it looks like a chain shirt, like chainmail, and then the other one is a cloak. And he says, "I'm so sorry, my good man. I don't really have any armor in particular that will help with the sneaking around and the being quiet and stealthy business. But these 2 might be of use to you." And he throws over this cloak, and it's red. It's got a hood on it. He says, this cloak in particular, if you are in a situation where maybe you're not as quiet as you wanted to be, this can help you just get out of town, if you could say it. It will take you in one place and put you in another place, and people will go, oh, no, I don't know where he went. So this could be something that could help you in escaping a situation you don't want to be in. But as far as protection goes, if you look over at this wonderful piece here, and it is chainmail. It looks wonderful, and he says this was made by the elves, I am told, and it is a chain shirt. And even if it might be a little, the chainmail may be heavier for certain people, and your stature. Not saying that you're not a strapping young man yourself, but it might be a little heavier for people to carry. But the way that the enchanted elves make it is just very much lighter, just as strong, even if not even more so. So we have an elven chainmail shirt for you, my man, that could help you against the arrows and the blades that come against you in your travels, or this cape over the mountebank that can just poof you away from a bad situation that you have found yourself in.
Cool. Now, one more question. What do you have in lines of like rapiers or bows?
Let me see. Then he runs in the back, and he comes back, and he does have a rapier along with him, and he has a bow that is with him as well, and it's a short bow, and then just a standard rapier. And he says, I don't know if there's something in particular you were looking for in your search for a weapon, but I assume that you are the type of people that do not like just the old rigmarole and the old the standard things you can find the old blacksmiths are. So this rapier does have some qualities that they could pierce through defenses that would otherwise stop that from happening, or make it a little tougher to get through. And then this bow, along with the arrows that ever so wonderfully are shot by it, made very, very well by a very good friend of mine, will also give some additional magic damage that I am told is of the elemental qualities from the sky of the lightning.
So Nigel's like super excited about all this. He's keeping it in. He's trying to be super cool about all this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a little hardball with him. Like, this isn't really what I'm looking for, but you know what? Friend to friend, here's what I'm gonna do. How about I take that cloak, the rapier, and the short bow just off your hands? And what could you do for me there, friend?
Oh, yes, of course. Of course, yes. I just wanted before we can get before we can get to the pricing, that would be, let's see, the cape.
What do you want? The cape, the rapier, and the bow?
Yeah.
Okay. 7. Rapier.
Well, these are all very magical items. They can do many, many wonderful things that you would be able to. I'm sure you would be able to take and do it as you please and make much use out of. Unfortunately, because of the magical qualities of all of them, and the I was going to say the elven shirt. The elven shirt doesn't matter. Some of these are a little harder to come by. The bow, of course, a very good friend of mine. He can make me another one. It would be, for all of these items, 9,000 gold. Again, they're very good quality. I speak very highly of them. And if you would like the individual pricing, I can give that to you as well. I'm sorry. That was just getting the individual prices and putting them all together. I did not do the bundle deal that is ever so heard of here at the Gentleman's Fancy. The Gentleman's discount, 9,000, 6,500 gold for all three of these idols. Bund them together. Yes or no, right now?
So here's what I have. Now that you have an offer, I have an offer for you, friend. So I pull the hat off my head, I reach inside, daintily pull out the wand of conducting. Now this, friend, this is a marvelous, almost spellbinding piece of magic work. Any song that you would want, all you have to do is think it, point to the air, and it plays. Now, it's going to be tough to let this go, but I very much feel like you, friend, can do much better with it than I ever could.
He looks real excited. Oh, that's good. Very much improve the ambiance of the shop. May I test the product?
Oh yeah, of course.
All right, so he takes it in his hand and he says, "Think of the song you say, and it'll come out."
That's the way I use it.
Okay. He closes his eyes and he points it up, and the fantasy Forgotten Realms, of the equivalent of Kiss from a Rose, comes out and just fills the store. He goes, "Oh my goodness, this is wonderful! And is this? I can use this as much as I want."
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, yes. It always reloads itself every day.
Oh, this is wonderful. How could you part with this? I'm sorry. How much is this worth? What would you be willing to take for it?
Well, let's say, let me look at the let me get a good look at the items. I want to get kick the tires on them, so to speak.
You inject the tires.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the rapier, you're looking at the bow, and you're looking at the. Okay, what are you looking at first?
I'm gonna look at the cloak first.
Okay, so all of these, and what are you looking for in particular? Just if they're what he's saying they are?
Yeah, I want to see if they're
Okay, investigation, yeah. All right, looking at the cloak.
All right, 7. That one's not too hot. 7 plus. I got a 10 on the cloak.
Yeah, from what you can tell on the cloak. Oh shit, I'm sorry. If it's a magical thing too, you can also roll an Arcana check instead of just an investigation to see kind of what it is. Investigation is kind of a normal thing, but if you're like, this is supposed to be magical, I want to see if it's got some magical stuff to it. This one appears like it is as advertised.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do the. As I look at it, I'm gonna say not necessarily my color, but it is what it is, and I'm gonna look at the rapier.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna do that's an 11.
Same. Yeah,
Cool, cool.
Looks good. You've seen a decent amount of rapiers going from store to store, and they bring them out and show you like, oh, this one's been. You're like, oh yeah, that looks kind of the same thing.
Okay, and now I'm gonna look at the bow. Thank fucking Christ, I got an 18 on that one.
Okay, same. Yeah,
Same.
you're looking at these eyes and you're going through and you're smelling it and you're just looking through. You're like, plicking the thing, going through. He's not gonna let you test any of the weapons or shit in the store. For obvious reasons. But yeah, just kind of looking through, everyone's like, yeah, this looks like good quality shit.
Okay, so here's what I want to do, bud. I take this rapier, this cloak, which is not necessarily a color that I would like, and this bow off your hands. You take the wand of conducting, and one more thing, friend. No, you know what? And I'll give you
Nigel's just
2,000
dumping out his hat.
Yeah. and I'll give you 2,000 gold, which I think fair deal. Really, that wand's going to be giving you It's just you're going to be spending money to make money. Think of the ambiance. Think of the higher clientele you could bring in, knowing that there's always music playing. You don't even have to pay a goddamn bar to come in once a week. So yeah, I guess I need.
God damn, from 6,500 to 2,000. Okay. I mean, that's gonna be a hell of a persuasion roll. Okay. I got a number. Persuade the son of a bitch.
22.
He says, "Well, you make very good points, and this is quite a. You know what I like you to." And he says, "Sold." All right, so you get
That's what I just fucking got.
exactly. So yeah, the Cape of the Mountebank. It's a red cloak. It gives you the
What?
the Cape of the Mountebank. It smells a little bit. I didn't tell you that before. It smells faintly of brimstone.
Ooh.
It's like you're farting all the time.
Nightcrawler.
It is Nightcrawler, and essentially so you can bamf with it. Once a day you can cast Dimension Door.
Okay, bam, once a day.
And I think it's good for like it takes you like 60 feet away or like 100 feet away, something like that. You can look up the spell. And I'm gonna make a couple notes here too.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah.
So
The
teleportation.
Yeah, the rapier is just a +1 rapier.
Okay, cool.
So, if you encounter some-
Alexa. Wait, no, I can't call it Alexa. Never mind.
Shit, hey, they have to earn their name. You haven't used them yet.
You're
So you
very
don't know
right.
what the hell's going on.
Rape plus
yeah.
1.
+1 rapier.
Okay, so plus 9. 1d8 plus 7. Piercing in magic.
Yeah, it essentially does magic damage. So if you encounter any more of these fucking puddings, it's not going to eat away at it.
Okay.
And then the bow. This is just me making it up. It's essentially just kind of regular short bow.
Mhm.
And same quality. It doesn't give you a bonus to.
So
doesn't give you a bonus to your attack.
Mhm.
It is regular arrow damage, and then let's say it adds a. How good of a quality is this? Let's say it adds a D6 of lightning damage.
Okay. Ooh. So if I do a stealth attack with my short bow, it does 5d6 of damage plus 5.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
Neat.
Well,
I'm gonna
wait a
call
minute.
that-
Wait a minute. We'll have to. I don't know if you. The regular sneak attack damage, and that's adding the D6 of the lightning.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought you were like trying to add more lightning stuff. I was like, no. Okay, I got you.
No, it'd be 4d6 piercing damage and then 1d6 of lightning damage.
Okay. And Calista, you had the bag and the necklace, and that was it. Sorry, I've thrown out so many items. I'm forgetting who all has what.
I had the necklace of fireballs
Necklace in
and
the bag. Okay.
the rest bag of tricks. And is this a vendor I could just sell like jewels to for straight gold, like to get myself more currency, or is this not a good
So
one?
whenever, like, if I say like, oh, you found a fucking ruby or you found this, I'll just let you know how much gold it's worth, and you can just add that into the.
I think she has jewels, so she's trying to get off.
I have the from the storm giants. I have like 3 giants jewel encrusted rings and a giant's.
Oh
jewel-encrusted
yeah.
giant
And I
These
do
big
not remember.
things.
Yeah, I don't remember if I told you how much that shit was worth. Okay.
I feel like we golded those all out. We separated all the gold for that.
We may have.
I took those because I was doing my jewel crafting thing. So I took those so I could do learn my jeweler's tools. But could I just sell them for money? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's fine.
How much can I get for them?
Giant ring. Let me see.
There's 3 of them and then a medallion.
Okay. 3 of those
good.
and the medallion. All right. Let's see how good a quality this shit is. I'm just rolling 20s to see how this is going. Okay, the medallion is purple.
Because like on D&D Beyond, they have like all the gems listed as prices, and like a ruby is 5,000 gold.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah,
like
and
that.
that's a lot of stuff that going into that I could be like, oh, you found, like, if I wanted to be sly on shit, I'd be like, oh, you found this opaque yellow jewel and it shines with the light of the heavens, but I wouldn't tell you how much it's worth until you got it appraised. The
Yeah,
majority of the
we had
time,
that.
the majority of the time I just come in and I'm like, you found jewels and all this shit. Like when you rated Niflgrim's shit, it was like, oh, you found the equivalent of this much, so you put it down as gold. I don't think I did it with the bless you, with the rings and stuff for that. So
No, because I was picking off his corpse when no one
Yeah.
was looking.
okay. Let's see here. We'll do this. Okay, so let's do these first. 6 plus 1. Oh, those were good. Okay. So the medallion and I'm sorry, 4 rings in a medallion, 3
Only
rings in a
3
medallion.
rings
Okay.
and 1 medallion.
So 2 rings in the medallion were not super great. Like you can get some money. It's the equivalent of oh shit, what did I say? 170 gold.
Oh.
And then there is 1 ring that stands out amongst the others. That's a little better quality. Fuck that die. I'm not using that one again. That one's come up 1 like every time I've rolled it, so I feel bad. That ring is worth 300. So he would give you 470 gold for that shit.
Oh. Okay.
If you wanna offload them, you're welcome to, and then just put it down as extra gold.
Yeah, I may as well. Because I mean, that's all I was keeping them for. I thought they were going to be worth more, given that they were like, for a giant's finger, so there was more jewels and shit.
Yeah, and I mean from when he was looking at it and appraising it and shit, you could tell, like, even though it was big, that doesn't necessarily mean it was worth a whole lot more. It could have just been a very common gem that he just thought was his favorite.
Okay.
This is shale, and it looks good on
Gotcha.
So, yeah, exactly.
Offload those.
I like the lava glass. Yeah. Okay. So that is there. Okay, cool. And then let's say, sorry, I'm just making a couple notes. Nigel, if you're done asking and trying to do shit, then we can move on to Og if you want.
Yeah, I had a few things I wanted to look at.
Yeah, go for it. It says, oh my dear man, I don't get very many orcs in here. There's not any sort of racial profile or anything. It's just they usually do not come in my shop. But I'm very happy to assist you as well if you're with these people. So I know that I'm going to just adore you as well.
Okay, so Og interested in perhaps getting better crossbow. Maybe if you have something that could make Og a bit stronger, and if there's anything that would let people breathe underwater or be able to stay underwater for extended periods of time.
Oh, yeah. Don't we have that? But I guess more of that.
You have scrolls.
We have a scroll that gives us like 2 days. But
Yeah, you either have 1 or 2 scrolls. I don't remember.
We have 2 scrolls.
Yeah, Callista, you have them, right?
Yeah.
Og wouldn't mind getting like if there was some sort of like
Something
jewel
more.
or like amulet of water breathing, just because Og's going to be running around in heavy armor a lot now. And,
Yeah.
In case we ever get into a situation where Og gets stuck underwater, it generally takes a little while to get out of that stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Heavy armor is like 10 minutes, isn't it? To like doff heavy armor or some shit.
Actually, I had a fighter a long time ago that I think I actually took there was like I think a perk or some sort of skill that let you get out of your heavy armor quickly.
Oh yeah, is the equivalent of like NBA ripping off the NBA shorts.
I got hit by we got attacked by a green dragon and it was covered in acid.
Oh God.
God.
Yeah, it was bad.
That sounds wonderful.
But yeah, but yeah, that was a double D, and whatever the skill was called that let him get out quick enough to where he didn't take too much actual burning damage, but his armor was destroyed.
Gotcha. Okay, so something to breathe underwater, something to make you stronger,
Mm.
and then what was the other one?
Just a nicer crossbow than this
Gotcha.
hand crossbow.
Gotcha,
And then
gotcha.
now that I've
Okay.
got the special shield, I could probably actually get like a full size crossbow now to do a little bit more oomph.
Gotcha. Okay. Just absolutely. Let me see what is in my stock. Just give me 1 second. And he runs back, and he comes back with a necklace, with some gauntlets, and then with a with a crossbow. And he says, "Well, my good sir, you're again. Everyone is good luck today." And he puts up the wand and changes the tune, and it goes to again the equivalent of Forgotten Realms, Jackson 5's Want You Back, and it just switches up, and he just starts kind of swaying back and forth a little bit. Listen to it. He's like, "Oh, I love this so much." And he puts it back down on the counter, and he says, so for going underwater and other areas that you must be able to fill those lungs up with good oxygen. This is the necklace that will you can breathe normally pretty much in any environment that you come into, whether it be under the water or in a cloud of noxious gas, or somewhere that there just might not be any oxygen to spare. This will let you breathe normally, fill those big burly lungs, and you will be fine. These gauntlets, I am told, will even the weakest person, and he kind of tries not to look at Nigel, says, "I will be able to just be big and strong, eat their Wheaties and drink their milk, and just the fibers of their muscles will just enhance greatly." And then the crossbow, just again, a very good friend of mine made this just like the bow. It would be it would give you some of the elemental damage of the freezing cold Arctic.
Nice. Or fancy.
No, yes, I like to think so myself. And if we're thinking of pricing here, again, my good man, then we are going to look at, and he flips open a book and starts looking through shit. What is that? Oh, no, where'd it go? There it is. The necklace is 500 gold on itself. 500 gold for the necklace itself. These gauntlets are going to be 900 gold by themselves. And this crossbow, again, a very good friend of mine has made it for me, is by itself is 8,000 gold. So if we're looking at 900 and then 800, going through five, what fucking numbers did I say? 600, 500.
And 8,000.
And then
you're at,
8,000.
like,
So 91. Any other shop that you would go to, it would be 9,100 gold. But again, with the gentleman's discount that comes into it, 6,400 gold pieces.
Let's see. So Og thinks for a moment. It's like, Og not sure he uses crossbow enough to justify buying one that nice. It's really more of Og's backup weapon for when something's not within punching or, stabbing room.
Mm-hmm.
But Og is still interested in the gauntlet and the necklace.
Oh, yes, of course. Gauntlets and a necklace. So there is 1,400 normally with a gentleman's discount. 1,000 gold.
Okay, Og thinks he might have something that you would find interesting.
Oh, of course.
Okay, so Og pulls out his the filter of love.
Oh, okay.
So,
oh my goodness! And what have you brought to me today?
It's not just a fancy pendant, but will allow you to charm somebody for 1 hour.
Oh, little mischief, so to say.
Yeah, Og not really need it. He pretty enough as he is. But Og imagines.
Oh, well, of course you are, my dear. He says, yes, of course. Let's see, if you were to give me this enchanting necklace of yours, 1,000 gold, pish tosh 1,000 gold. You give me this fancy necklace of yours, and I will gladly sell you these 2 items for a mere 500 gold pieces.
Okay. And Oggs wants to take he's just gonna take a quick look at the pendant and the gauntlets before agreeing, just to kind of get an
Sure,
idea,
yeah.
make sure the gauntlets would potentially fit on his meaty forearms.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, you can take a peek. Is Nemo still in here? Oh, he's hiding. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead and take a peek. You can do investigation or arcana, whichever one you want to do to kind of see how these guys are. Yeah. Let's see.
Check.
Okay, what are you looking at first?
I'm looking at the necklace first.
Okay.
Got a 12. So.
Looks like it. Yeah, from what you can tell, it's good shit.
Okay. And I'll take a look at the gauntlets next. And like I said, just mostly just to make sure they would actually fit, since large man. Og's a big boy, so.
Mm-hmm.
Got 9 on that one. So. I mean, they're definitely gauntlets.
So. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, it's okay. Og like this deal. He sold.
Oh, wonderful! Yes, my very much. Yes, someone will take this necklace and do good things with it, as you will do good things with your items. Thank you so much for coming. Is there anything else that you're looking for that I may do for?
I think that's good.
Uh-oh.
I think we lost.
Yeah, I'm all good, bud.
He's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, he is frozen. I thought it was just like dramatic pause, but no, that motherfucker froze.
Dramatic pause without moving or blinking or breathing.
Oh, we're back.
There goes.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious, I was just about to text, like, we're frozen. Your internet connection is unstable. You're full of shit. All right, I'm going to look at this again. All right, so is there anything else that you guys want to try to do? Oh, all right.
I think I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah.
Does he have any specialty shields? Plus, even if it's +1, +2.
Oh, I'll have to go look in the back room one more time. We have many shields. I just want to say, is there anything in particular?
+1, +2, anti-acid, anti-element.
Magical qualities. Oh, yes. Oh, let me, 1 second. I'll be right back.
So he goes in the back. Gauntlets.
I'll be right back.
Sure thing.
Ralphie, what are you doing?
And of course, here I don't remember again. Gauntlets, and what else did you get, Og?
Some sort of strength enhancing gauntlets, and then a
Yeah.
necklace for breathing underwater.
That's right. Yeah. Necklace.
Or well, actually, I guess it was breathing anywhere, at least from what he was saying.
Yeah. So this Gauntlets of Ogre Power, Necklace of Adaptation.
Okay, hold on.
Required attunement, yeah.
So what is your strength already, Og?
I mean, Og has a 18 strength.
Okay, you definitely feel more a little stronger. It raises you up to 19.
Sweet.
Yeah. And yeah, Necklace of Adaptation. While wearing the necklace, you can breathe normally in any environment, and you have advantage on saving throws made against harmful gases and vapors like cloud kill, stinking cloud, inhaled poisons, blah blah blah.
Sweet.
And I looked up Necklace of Adaptation a couple weeks ago before you guys started looking at things to buy for underwater stuff. And the big question was, is this for like breathing underwater? Because there's like, the water breathing amulet, and there's this, and everyone's like, no, it says any environment, so fuck it. Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, it does require attunement though, according to
Yeah. I think both of them do. Yeah, both of them do.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh gosh, that's an unflattering angle. Let's just kind of.
So we'll do boop,
Stick it.
boop.
Okay, yeah, wait, yeah, requires attunement. Okay.
So let's see here. And yeah, Nigel, I think your cape requires attunement.
Okay.
Callista, let me double
Neither one
check.
of them did.
I
already
don't
checked.
think they do. Yeah, Necklace of Fireballs, I don't think does. No. Okay. Okay, cool.
And that means I put it in the right section.
So Steven missed a shopping spree so far.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. Cool. It is, let's see, you want to take a quick pee break and then we'll go for like another 30 minutes and
Yeah,
call it a
that
night?
sounds good.
Okay, cool. All right, be right back.
I could have waited 30 seconds and not missed anything.
I don't need to go, so I'm good.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
That was okay. So far, that things could have gone a lot worse. I only lost what 600 gold or 630 gold.
I need to jot down the gold I just spent.
Yeah, I've only got 1,000 gold right now.
I've got 2,200 minus 500. Okay, so 17,000.
Selling the jewels helped. I'm up to just under 4,000.
Yeah, I was at that before all of the bullshit happened.
Well, I didn't get to buy anything at Azrael's because he wasn't okay with bargaining.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
So I didn't get to spend my money yet.
Yeah, the
That's
crossbow
true.
seemed nice, but yeah, I didn't think there's any way that Og could bargain him down to an amount he could afford that for.
To be perfectly honest, I got better stuff here than I think I'm going to end up getting from
Azrael?
Azrael.
Azrael. Yeah.
I think we kind of
'Cause-
lucked out though a bit with some of those rolls.
Yeah, because I'm getting. I got another rapier +1 to replace Miranda. And then I got a new bow that seems pretty dope.
You should name your new rapier bow just to be confusing.
True. Beau. Boo.
Boo.
But I think the stuff that with the crying girl went a lot better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, definitely. You didn't have to hardly.
Oh,
Fight
we should try to
Tito.
follow up with the fact that she's in hiding for some reason.
Yeah, I was gonna go to the police captain and just kind of mention that she's here.
Oh,
She could be in hiding for the same reason Callista is in hiding. Like,
she could be hiding from Torlek.
yeah.
You want out? Here, come on. All right, I'll let you out. Come on. Come on. Murray, get your butt back.
Hey Nathan, is there like a wanted board section or anything like that in Rockport?
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty of bounty hunters in here. Yeah, we'll say there is.
Okay,
Like
cool. I wanna go
local law office, like bounty hunters
Yeah,
section. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go see if I recognize anybody.
Go see if you recognize anybody.
Yeah.
Or is there someone in particular you're looking for?
No, I just want to see if I just recognize anybody in general.
Okay.
Did he have any shields or no?
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that. Yes, he did. I thought we were done.
Sorry, I added
No,
something
it's okay.
extra.
No, I just forgot. Yeah, he did. He comes out with 2 shields. Wah.
Oh no, guys. Microsoft's not going to buy TikTok. That shit's going to get banned in the United States.
Oh, 2020, another fucking blow. Oh my god.
Mostly
What?
Oracle, I think, got their stuff approved.
Oh, did they?
All right.
So, yay, the jackasses that run Java will have TikTok.
Thank God I'll have something to do when I poop still.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's nothing saying that it'll actually get approved on the China side or that the actual purchase will go through fully. It's just, but supposedly ByteDance, I think, has accepted their offer, so now it's just jumping through all the hoops to see if they can make it work.
All right. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he comes back with 2 shields. Excuse me. One is this kind of a standard buckler, and the other is a little fancier, a little more ornate. With how it looks, it almost looks like it has kind of like a spider webbing kind of ornamentation to it. And he says, return customer, I see. He says, this shield here has will be a better defense than a normal, just everyday shield. I don't care any of that bullshit here. Excuse my language. Only the best at the gentleman's fancy. This one here, and he points to this kind of the standard buckler. This one here is going to be 400 gold, 400 gold on its own, and then the other one here is what I am told is will bolster your defenses more for any ranged attacks that come your way. And that one is going to be. Ooh, and that one, my gear, again, is very, very expensive. That one is going to be 8,000 gold on its own.
God dang.
Magic shit's expensive, guys. I don't know if you knew this.
Yeah, I think I got kind of lucky on my rolls on that shit.
I'll take the 400 gold shield.
Absolutely. So, yeah, that's just a standard +1.
Okay.
That you're going to get there.
Remove.
Okay. Do.
Come back, +1. I need you.
Excuse me. All right. Anything else that I've forgotten?
No.
Okay, cool. So, you guys are done with the gentleman's fancy. And he says, oh, thank you so much. And again, you promised tell everyone where you got you these wonderful items from.
Absolutely. And we'll
I
be
feel like
back.
I feel like a few of my merchants sound exactly the same, but there's nothing.
Yeah, they kind of had the same mannerisms, but one sounds poorer than the other.
Well, that's all right. I know I had the kind of the because I'm looking for dice and prices and bullshit.
Yeah.
It wasn't Azrael though.
That's the country version.
For sure. Okay. What do you guys want to do next?
I wanted to go check out the bounty boards just to see if there was anybody that I recognized.
Okay, sure. You go over there. There are 3 up there, and you just want to know if you know anyone.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Roll his story.
Okay. 14, 17.
All right. No one that there are a couple of people that look familiar, but no one that you're just like, oh my god, that's Frank.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's just petty shit like wanted for burglary, wanted for arson, like nothing like assassinated the queen.
I got you. Okay.
It's like last known whereabouts and bullshit like that.
Cool.
What
All
time of
right,
day is
so
it?
what's up?
What time of day is it?
Oh, probably like 5. So it's been, I don't know, let's say probably an hour and a half, 2 hours since you guys left Steven at the fighting pits. So you could go check in on him. You could look into any other gambling stuff. You could just say fuck it and go to sleep. What's up with you guys?
I want to see how you did in the fighting pit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to the inn and
Yeah,
see if I
yes,
can
yes,
make
he
me a
has
little
to.
friend.
We're splitting up?
Are we splitting? I don't want to split.
Cliff is dead set. Well, you guys talk amongst yourselves then.
Yeah, let's not split. So yeah, if you want to go, do you want to go check out the fight pits, then go try and enslave that little kobold? Or
I feel like if he's still sitting and waiting for me,
he's still going to be there. It's not like he's going anywhere.
That's true. That's true. All right, let's go check out the fighting pits.
Cool.
But we're definitely gonna get a little mascot. We're gonna get a little buddy.
I if you want buddies, and then I get my bag of tricks, and I just kind of throw down. Oh shit.
Oh God.
Oh no. What have I done? A 4. What's a 4 get?
It's a badger. No.
A 4. An axe beak.
Oh shit.
Awesome.
Do I need to? I should probably Google what the fucking axe beak is.
I'll read you the description. Hang on. Jesus. Okay. Where are these regular dudes?
I need to write down.
So it's a large beast, so it's pretty big. An axebeak is a tall, flightless bird with strong legs and a heavy wedge-shaped beak. It has a nasty disposition and tends to attack any unfamiliar creature that wanders too close. And you can look up the stats for it. What I think of an axebeak is a just mutated gangrel version of
An
oh
ostrich.
fuck no, what's the bird's name in Up?
Oh god.
Kevin.
Kevin.
Like, so instead, like, it's like tall and just like meh, but it has just like a fucking just like maw,
Like-
just like
Toucan sand style, like the big long.
yeah, but it's like broken up and like not smooth at all. It's just like fucking craggy and shit like that, and it's just got like beady little eyes and like missing feathers and shit.
I was like,
So-
we don't need
so
a
now you
mascot. Look, we have Leroy here.
Leroy.
And I'm just kind of like,
Leroy.
look at Leroy as he's like
Vampire.
snapping at everything around.
Oh yeah, you do this in the middle of a fucking crowd as you're walking, and it's just like everyone's like ah, fucking running away.
And to be perfectly honest, Steven's kind of our mascot if we're really going to get down to it. When he's not around. He's more of a liability than really anything else. That sounds like a mascot to me.
Yeah,
And
then-
I'm really into the ones that want to help me particularly. Maybe Carrie.
Oh, you
Very
want to get into some weird sex shit. I got you. Let's go get your fuck Steven. Let's go get you a weird gimp. Let's go. So I jump on Leroy's back and let's just head to the inn. Let's get your I'm not gonna kink shame. You do what you gotta do, Callista. And then I'm just on I'm on Leroy and we're just heading back to the inn now.
Let's go back to the gentleman's fancy. Do you have a child-sized gimp suit?
Yeah, we're really we need a suit. It's about I don't know. Callista,
Need a
how
nice
big is
long
the kobold? Is he my size? Do you need me to try on the
It's not
gimp?
your size, but get a long leash too. A leash.
Yes.
Jesus. All right, what are we doing?
We're going to the inn. We're gonna get her a gimp.
All right.
I'm gonna dismiss I see that people aren't really onto Leroy's tude, so I'm gonna dismiss.
That's about what I was getting to. So if you're dismissing him, we'll go past it. Yeah, you're getting looks, and people are like running and trying to find guardsmen and shit like this for this giant fucking ferocious bird that appeared out of nowhere.
Probably
So
just
pretty
across
much,
the
I'm on
road,
its
right?
back. I'm gonna dismiss him. I'm just like, I'm sorry, Leroy. You weren't meant for this world. And then I'm gonna dismiss him, and then like just
Too good for this world.
yeah, you're too. They don't understand our love. And then he just dismisses me, and I just kind of hit the ground.
Okay, cool. All right, so going back to the inn. The you go past the cart. Donder's putting on his fucking show at this point. And there is a fairly hefty there's a fairly hefty human that's pretty oh hello. There's a fairly hefty human that's up there, and he's going through and he's like, you know, the Donder is lifting that fucking dumbbell like it's nothing, just like oh now, you know, puts it down, please you try. And you're just like kind of seeing it out of the corner of your eyes or walking through, unless you want to watch the show.
Og, did you want to try your strength at this? I think they wanted you to.
Og might. Og will stay
Maybe
here and
test your
watch
new
the
gloves
show.
out.
Yeah, let's go show that stupid son of a bitch up real quick.
Yeah.
We'll stop and watch the show if it gets to a point where he asks if anyone wants to join his feats of strength, then Oggles you can stand up and go join.
Okay. Yeah. So you saddle up. Nigel fucking sits in, just like waiting to see, like kind of begrudgingly, see what the fuck this shit's about. And Donner's out there. You hear music playing, but it's not really good music. Like it's probably an instrument that someone doesn't play well, but they're just like making do.
Look, I fucked her lute up. Now she can't play this new one very good.
It's not a lute. It's like some other like weird instrument that's just like.
Oh wait, the dumb bitch couldn't even get a new lute yet, so she had to improvise. I'm just really giggling. I'm having a good old time.
Okay.
I say it really quiet though, so it's just Og in here. Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going through, and he's like, and so yeah, he was like, now you test your strength, see if you can earn some coin. And the guy comes over, and he's like getting down there like a fucking power weightlifting competition. He squats down over this dumbbell, and he's like fucking trying to get it up. And it moves a little, exactly, yeah, and it's like moving a little bit. He's trying to like deadlift this shit and get it up, and he just fucking 10 12 seconds goes by and he drops it down, and I was like, oh, good try. It was a valiant attempt, but what you wagered is now mine as agreed upon, and if anyone else would like to come up here and test their strength against the great Donder, then please come up, and there will be rewards aplenty for those who can best me or match my strength.
Okay, I'll go check it out.
Ogden got?
Yeah.
Give
Alright.
me 1 second, guys.
Before he goes up, can I
Mhm.
just surreptitiously bless him?
You want to?
Yeah. Give him a bless, which is
Is that attacks and saving throws or ability checks?
it is attack roll, saving throw. Oh, so this wouldn't be ability checks.
Mm-mm.
Okay, never mind.
If you had what was it? I think it's guidance. That would boost his.
Mm-mm.
That was boost his up. Okay.
Sorry.
So yeah, Og, you raise your hand and you walk up and says, "Oh, I've been waiting for this today. Yes, very happy that you've come to test your strength against Donder, the invincible. Oh yeah, so it's a very, very a very simple transaction, my man. So you provide a coin, however many coins you want, and if you best me, I give you 5 times that amount."
Okay. So yeah.
Hey, Og, let's huddle up here real quick, bud. Let's talk.
Og sort of like leans. Og kind of goes like, "So 1 second." Og kind of leans down to Nigel.
Okay.
Oh, he needs a pep talk before his attempt. That's completely fine. Donder needs no pep talk. I am very confident in my own abilities.
So, but how confident are you feeling here?
Og worried there might be some trick to this.
Yeah. Well, of course there's a trick, but like, let's just. So, on like a scale of 1 to 5, how strong are you?
Og pretty strong.
Mm.
I mean, Og, Og sure there's people out there stronger than him, but hasn't really met anyone that's been like significantly stronger than Og.
I mean, Og, you've seen this dude completely naked, and he's like head to toe muscle.
Yeah.
Well, here, but let's just try this out.
In non-Og terms, I'm guessing Donder is probably a 20 strength would be my guess. Possibly more, particularly if he has something enhancing it, or if there's some trick with what they're doing. But so even if Og was as strong as Donder, which he probably isn't, yeah, I'm still not confident that he'd be able to match him.
Okay, well, fuck it. Buddy, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna front you 100, and we're just gonna kind of see what happens here.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
If Nigel's paying for it, shit, why not? It's not
I'll
any
give
money
him-
out of Og's pocket.
I'll give him 100 as well. No, not gonna give it 2.
There we go.
Really?
Let's fucking go. It's fucking
300
Rockport.
gold. Oh, Nigel's back to loving Rockport now. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and Nigel's about to start like, oh, he's on full on, like,
We're
Bill
back to
Gates.
gambling, so you love Rockport
Yeah,
again.
make money
Okay,
now.
I got it.
yeah. And then I'm
Yes.
giving my boy, it's, like, I'm pumping my boy up. I'm making him look good for the crowd. I'm
Okay.
doing some crowd work. Like, I'm really, the crowd's behind Og now.
Dun,
Like,
dun, 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 dun,
Oh,
dun.
do
Oh,
I
wait,
get-
you got rid of the one of conducting. You can't do the Rocky theme.
no, I can't. I'm just gonna, here. What would I need to do to get the crowd behind him?
I'm
Are you like
concussed.
are you like friggin' Paul Bettany in
Yes.
A Knight's Tale?
Yeah.
Then that's performance, my man.
All right.
Can I assist?
I
You
got
already
a,
rolled.
yeah, I got a 15 plus 9. So I got a 24 for my performance.
Okay. How
But,
does
like-
this go?
So I pretty much, as soon as like I have Og like, oh, just gotta follow me, and like, oh, what am I gonna say? Man, I got all cloudy there for a second. So okay, because then I also have to say in that stupid fucking voice too, so that really throws everything off. Okay, Rockport, are you ready? All we've seen tonight are weak men and dwarfs. Behold, Og, the half-orc. And then, like, as soon as I say that, like, fucking sparks just fucking start, like, shooting off.
They all kind of like oh, like good reaction from the crowd, like
I use thaumaturgy to make cheering sounds in the crowd.
Yeah, like, Dagger doesn't
shit.
even know what's coming for him.
Okay, cool.
Og rolls his eyes a bit, but goes along with it for the
Yeah.
moment.
Okay, cool. All right, so
And
yeah,
then I
you go up on.
And then I slowly just start, like, in the crowd, like, Og, 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 Og. And then how the crowd's, like, cheering, too.
Yeah, a couple people get in on it. They're just like, we haven't seen him. Oh God, you got an entourage. Oh God. Just like it kind of starts off slow, like in a Renfest show where people are just like, should we participate? They're like, oh, like kind of hesitant, but you're getting some people into it. So Og, you go up on stage, and Donna's like, "Oh well, and what would you like to wager? I see you already have some of the crowd at your back."
Og will just take the gold that he got from Nigel and Callista, since that's just 300 gold. And just kind of tosses it to Donder,
Okay.
assuming it's in a sack or something.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, I see someone is very confident in their ability. I'll tell you what, my orc friend. Normally we work up to this kind of wager, but let's cut all the bullshit and go to the big guns, shall we?"
Yeah, sounds good to Og.
Okay. He fucking claps his hands, and there were a couple dumbbells on stage that looked pretty big, and he like takes them and kind of rolls them off to the side, and from behind the curtain behind him there's this fucking like gigantic one that comes out. Like the bar is a little bit longer, but it's to support these fucking huge weights on the sides, and it just looks massive. And the Tabaxi and the Kinku are both like struggling to like fucking push this thing forward. And it rolls out, and you hear like the wood like kind of creak a little bit as it's going like on their stage, or it's just like you're wondering if it's gonna splinter the fucking wood. And and they stop and they leave, and he says, "Thank you so much." And he says, "It's very rare that we get to this point in the show. I don't know if anyone here has seen this feat of strength, but what a treat for you." And he's like, "Would you like to go first or second? Challenger's choice."
So yeah, Nigel, you seem to light up there for a second. Did you?
So we get a little group huddle, like, let's see what he can do.
Okay.
So we know how much
Yeah.
we need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah. Og kind of gestures to Donder. It's like, yeah, you take first. Og will go second.
Oh, like to see how it's done, do you?
First. Yeah.
So, like to see how it's done, will you? Oh, I am happy to oblige. Everyone stand back.
I was gonna say take a picture, but that's not a.
Get ready to paint a quick portrait, but be fast with your brush because it'll be over in an instant.
And he kind of gives like this, like the big gesture of everyone like step back, and everyone step back, and then the Tabaxi and the Kenku step back, and they're like ooh, making a big thing, and they're just like like trying to figure out what's going on. And so he goes over this thing, and he squats down, and he like kind of gets down and gets ready for it, and is kind of pumping himself up, and he stops and he stands back and he gets back and he's just like, and he kind of goes back up to it and back a couple different times, and he takes the little like fucking powder bag and like throws it against his hands, and he's like kind of trying to psych himself up, and and like he finally goes up, gets his hands on these big bar, and he gets ready. And he's getting ready, and he's looking down. He's looking at the crowd. He's looking down. He's looking at the crowd. You're gonna roll Arcana.
Yeah, I want to see if
Okay.
there's any funny
Insight.
pictures going on. 19 plus 322.
Okay, if there's anything funny going on with him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so he goes down and he's fucking sits there and you got insight on him.
Mhm.
And you got what?
It was a 11.
11. Okay. So you guys sit here and you see him just like fucking get ready, and he just like and starts to stand up, and this thing is not moving, and he's like he starts turning red, all the veins on his fucking arms and his head and everything else, his forehead starts coming out, and he starts to sweat a little bit, and it slowly starts to come up, and he fucking lifts it, and it gets up his shins up to his knee, and so to where he's standing up fully, and then he sits there for a second, and he just does like the whole like fucking heave it up and like throw it up, and he's just like his whole body was like, he wasn't a pale dwarf, but he wasn't super tan, so but like the shades of color he's going through from like really white to he's just like fucking beet red trying to, he's like he just fucking throws it up. And instead of dropping it down, like you guys are afraid that once he like once they get it up and they just drop it fully, you think that once he drops this thing, it's gonna fucking shatter the stage. And so it's he's like very heavily like puts it back down on his chest, and then like gets it down, and like as gingerly as he can lays it down, and he throws his arms up in the crowd like clapping, doing all that shit. And he's
polite clap too.
Yeah, and he's like fucking dripping sweat, and he says, now the challenger.
So I didn't catch any like magic bullshit going on there or anything like that.
Not from him.
Okay. Or being
And
cast on him or anything like that.
no.
Okay.
No. And Callista, yeah, you're just like, this is a strong fucking dwarf. And so Og goes to go up to the thing. He says, "Wait! Like before you start, you must see what your reward will be. 300 gold is what you wagered." And he claps again, and just bags start coming out and piling up. And the equivalent of 1,500 gold is on the stage with you guys in sacks. And it says, "This is a very momentous day. This is a record wager, I would say, for my time with the troop, and anyone else here that can say this is the biggest wager. So everyone, give your support, give your cheers to the challenger, and if he is able to lift this, then it is something that I will gladly take the defeat on. But please, everyone, cheer and encourage your challenger." And he steps back and he presents you with the bar. And then you're gonna do an athletics check. See if you can lift this fucking thing.
We can't
Og's
hear
gonna
you.
Go
Oh,
into,
now we can.
Og's
There
gonna
goes.
go into a rage
Okay.
before he starts.
Okay.
So that should give me advantage on strength
Yep.
checks.
Mm-hmm.
was the higher of the two.
What were they? We didn't hear you.
17, and that was the high one.
Okay.
Okay, 17. So yeah, you fucking that just thing clicks in your head and you just fucking get angry like you are so prone to do on certain things, and you grab this thing and you're getting ready and you just fucking and you start lifting it, and it is heavy as shit. Like there was no like if there was a trick to the weight of this thing, you can't figure it out. Like this is a heavy fucking dumbbell, and you start fucking going, and he's encouraging everyone else to like clap, and so like you're getting cheers and everything, and everyone's like looking at the money and looking at you, and they're like, as you're sitting there going, everyone's just like, come on, and you are able to lift it up off of the stage and kind of get to the point where he was, where he's standing up, and it's kind of like at your shins or your knees, and trying to like kind of fucking heave it up and get it above your head. And you try a couple times to like get your shoulders to like fucking like get it up, and it's just not going. And so you put it back down, and Donner says, "Oh, valiant attempt, valiant, more than many men can do. That was wonderful day." And the crowd's just kind of like, you're like, fuck, like they wanted to see something big happen. They're just like, God damn it. And he says, now is not over yet. It would not be gentleman or sportsmanlike of me to not give you another chance. Would we like to see one more chance? He's asking the crowd. Yeah, one more. I said, well, you heard them. If you feel like you're up to it.
Kind of like cracks his knuckles, flexes a bit. He's like, yeah, I think he's got one more in him.
Okay. All right. So he claps his hands
Look at
again.
that big piece of metal.
All right. I think I know what the problem might be with I was very my perspiration is like let us prepare everything for you. And he claps his hands again. They come out and they like take some like fucking like sand and put it down so you don't like slip or anything like that. They offer you some of like the powder for your hands.
Sure.
They come down, they're like wiping down like the bar and shit just to make sure that it's not slick or anything from his fucking dwarf sweat going on there. And he says, let's try again. Wonderful. Whenever you are ready, my kind half-orc sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna let me give it a once down too, but I'm gonna roll. I want to investigate all that shit they just fucking.
You want to go look at it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, of course. Go ahead.
Oh wait, let's
Just kind of rolls his eyes again, but yeah, you let Nigel do his thing.
Oh fucking dice. Oh shit. Yeah, I got a 20. So investigation. So I got a 23 on my investigation.
Okay. You go through and look at this thing. All right, we have nothing to hide. Absolutely. If anyone wants to come and try to examine, and so you go up there and you look around, and you're looking at the fucking weights on the end, and you're putting your flippers under and trying to lift, and they're fucking heavy. They are super fucking heavy. And you go through and you go to the other one, you're lifting it up, it's heavy. You're looking at like the powder, smelling it, tasting it, like to see if there's anything that's gonna like weaken Og. It's fucking powder. You're looking like the sand they sprinkled on there. Is this gonna like, glue his feet down? It's sand. Just like anything you can think of in your little like magician sleight of hand mind. And you go through and you are inspecting the bar. And on the left side of the bar, closest to where the weight is, you almost missed it, but there's like a little kind of button that's in there that's been depressed.
Oh, I'm gonna unpress it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just kind of look. I do it, and I look over at Dander, and I wink at him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, okay. Now we are to the second attempt for our challenger."
I was like, yeah, give it a shot, Og. You can't do any worse than the first time.
Well, I mean, Og almost certainly could do worse, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was more of a figure of speech. But you got this.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, Og is... So, I'm going to go ahead and start another rage since that,
Oh wait,
yeah.
before he starts, can I give it a little like lift?
Can you see if you lift it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's heavy as shit.
Okay.
I mean, you can throw a strength check on there. Go for it. Like it's not like a helium balloon. It's like not like an inflatable fucking thing.
Okay, I got an 8.
It's fucking heavy.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, Og will go ahead and take his second try.
Go for it.
And then like as he's doing it, I'm like getting the crowd pumped up.
Oh, they're on Og's side now.
Oh, shit,
they're on
what?
Og's side
What?
now.
Yes!
Hey!
So yeah, nat 20, so 27 total.
27 total.
Oh shit, dude, you rolled an 11 last time?
Yes,
Oh Jesus.
I rolled sad. I mean, like I said, I could have rolled worse. Like I could have crit failed or gotten under 10, but yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're like, yeah, of course. And going through it, like the crowd's just like trying to like, come on, go through. So you sit there and you fucking get your grip and you fucking click that switch in your head again. And you're saying, oh no, I'm not gonna be embarrassed. And you start lifting the thing up. And again, it takes a little while, but you get it up your legs, your shins to the knees where it was again. And you're sitting there and you're hoping. And you're going, oh, you try once and it's not, you try again and it's not, and this is right at the time when last time where you let go. And you look over at Donder and he sees you and he just goes, and that just like fucking hits you and you're like, you just fucking lift it up. And so you get it on your shoulders and he sees you do that and he just kind of goes, and it's up here, and you're just slowly, and the crowd's just like, just like going, they're like losing their fucking minds since everyone's losing their minds. Like the like people just like walking by are be like, what the fuck's going on? Like this guy's like, and like just like everyone's getting there, and you're just like have got it at your chin, and you're just like trying to like will as much as you can to just get like a little higher, and it's steadily going up, And the more it goes up, his eyes are just getting wider until you just like extend your arms all the way.
Hell yeah.
And get it up above your head. And the crowd's like out of their seat, just like fucking, just like it's like at a graduation when everyone's like, we did it. And everyone leaps up and like throws their hat and shit. It's exactly it. They're so fucking happy and everything. And you've got it up and like it's still heavy, but the fact that you know that it is up kind of gives you that relief to just kind of hold it at the full extension, and you planted your fucking feet and you just have it up there. And you look over and Donder's eyes are just big as he's looking at you.
I wink at him.
And his eyes narrow just a little bit, and it kind of looks to the back, like stage area, and just looks at you and just starts to. And then he starts getting them more firm. He's like, hey, we have this, and he starts getting into the spiel. It's like, never before have I seen a feat of strength to rival my own. This is a big hand for our champion. Just like trying to go into as much as possible. Do you drop it or do you put it down?
I'm going to try to put it down.
Okay.
Athletics check.
Let's do a strength save because this thing like took all of you to get it up. Let's see if you can fucking
Can I bless him
get it
then?
back down again.
No, let's not.
All right.
Hey, does that still count as a strength check so I get advantage on it?
Yeah, I would say. Yeah, it's still strength related, and I think you still get them on strength saving throws too, as opposed to just checks. But yeah,
Okay,
we'll still give you advantage on it.
My biggest one was a 22. So.
Okay, yeah. So you get it up and you're ready to put it down, and your elbows go, and it just kind of like it goes down a second and like surprises you a bit, and Donder's kind of like is like he's clapping, doing everything, and he sees it come down and like quickly, and he just kind of goes like to try to come help you, and you catch it there, and you're able to get it down gingerly, and he's very relieved to see that it didn't just fucking like eat shit out of your hands, and he's clapping, and he says. And the crowd's still hooting and hollering. He's trying to get him down and everything. And he is sitting there and he says, well,
as I said, this is not something that happens very often every day. There, my strength is matched, but I will say that as I am a dwarf of my word, then to the victor goes the spoils. And you hear a rustling in the back of the cart. Of just like someone, from what you can gather, someone trying to like get out from backstage, come forward, and someone like stopping them. There's just like a big bustle backstage going through, and he says, "If you ever want to try again, you know where to find it." There's another hand for our orc friend.
Yeah, so I go up. I'm gonna start.
He's looks a little dejected, and he's kind of like just going through the motions of the show, but he's clearly not happy with losing.
Yeah, so while this is all going on, I am getting all of our loot. I am just gonna go ahead and take it right now. I'm putting it into my hat. As I'm doing that, I just look over like, "Look up, bud! Hey, this is great. It looks like I didn't even have to set up shop to make money off of y'all." And then we just kind of like walk off, or I walk off.
Our rolls his eyes again, and then he gives Dander like a friendly kind of clap on the back as he kind of getting off the stage.
Okay, all right. He says, you clap him on the and he extends his hand. And he says, I knew it would be a great test, and what can I say other than we lost?
Yeah, I'll shake his hand.
Yeah, he gives you a good, like, firm fucking handshake.
Sure, yeah.
But he like holds it there for a second and is just kind of looking at you. Doesn't really say anything, but you can kind of tell just from his look and his demeanor and everything else that he is kind of letting you know that this isn't gonna happen again.
Yeah, that's fair.
Don't.
So like I kind of. You know what? Fuck it. As I'm like walking out, I'm like, "Hey, bud, anytime you want a rematch, just let me know. I'm sure the crowd would love to see it."
Oh yeah, they erupt. There's just, well, as everyone knows, that is a lot of money. We must bolster our vaults again to be able to. So anyone else clearly I can be beaten. If anyone else wants to come test their strength, now is the time.
Yeah, anytime you want to take on the champ again, bud, just let us know.
Obviously, getting off the stage, he doesn't like having this much, focus on.
Yeah, and then as he's doing that, I go like,
okay.
Champ.
Oh yeah, they are totally doing it along with you.
Think about he might need to borrow Callista's cloak.
So yeah, your stock of gold has been replenished.
Yeah, so
due to that.
I guess we're all kind of reconvene in the.
Well, I don't know. Is it all 3 ways or is it Og? Is that Og's money?
I think we can get 3 ways.
Yeah, it's 3 ways. Everybody gets 5.
Oh, everyone threw in money. That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
So Og gets money for doing the heavy lifting, and we get a refund plus interest.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Oh wow, I got all the gold back that I just spent.
I almost got back
free.
What I made, All right. I only down $100 because of those sons of bitches. And hey, wait a second. I took much more than they took from me. This is a win for us all.
Yes. I think Nigel's love of Rockport has come back.
Yeah, I was like, even the shitty times come back, and you can look on the bright side. Yeah. So let's see. It is about 10:30. We can end on that high note, if you guys would like, and we can pick up next time.
Yeah, we can pick up. Steven can come walking in from wherever the hell he's at. Callista can get her gimp, and I think we'll all be good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Steven would want to be there for that. So.
Yeah. That'll give me a little time to think about it.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. Let's see. Nigel, what do you think you would roll for your knowledge of like the sideshow arts to try to figure out if you knew what they were doing?
I know he was doing some weird carny shit. So
it'd probably be performance, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I would say performance.
It'd be like a performance knowledge, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
17 plus 9 is a 26.
Okay. Yeah, you've heard of this kind of grift and this ruse before that they're doing this with the strongman stuff. Like, there's no doubt that the guys doing it are like fucking strong as hell. And again, you've seen Donder head to toe nude, so he's like full on just like ripped. But typically, what they do for some insurance is whatever the dumbbell that they have out there for like the final countdown is fashioned out of an immovable rod, which is an item that you've never seen but you've heard of, that essentially if you put it anywhere and activate it, it just stays in that place, whether it's off the ground, on the ground, anywhere.
Yeah, did he even get it off the ground last time, on the first time?
Og?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it. Yeah, he got it up.
Okay.
Yeah, he got it up his
They
legs.
came out there when they were doing everything and activated it because
Yeah,
was worried
okay.
about that second chance.
Yeah, it's essentially when they're just like going through that. Yeah, they went through again and hit the fucking button, so they were gonna lock it in place.
So I guess, so I explained that to Og, like, hey man, looks like realistically, we really won that money fair and square. So like, we really shouldn't feel that bad about taking it from them.
Oh.
Really, they're
Og doesn't feel bad about it at all.
you shouldn't. They're carnies. You can't.
Yeah,
say
no,
carnies.
I wanted a 25 and you got a 27, so that you rolled what you needed to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so.
I got a crit on it. Jesus fucking Christ.
I almost took a picture of it because I felt like nobody would believe me.
No, not at all. I mean, I show you my crits and things like that, but it's just because when Nigel and Lavinia were going back and forth on everything, and he was like, my crit persuasion, I was like, I critted too.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I imagine that was also her losing her fucking shit in the back.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, she was just freaking out back there.
Yeah, she lost her shit, and was like, and it was probably part of like who didn't hit the fucking button, and also we're not giving that money away. Like the combination of like you fucked up and and going through like this coming out of your ass. So yeah, they definitely had a setback.
Because that's
So
like that's a good amount of money you just took from them.
That is a very big amount of money. Yeah. I mean, they had 600 of that already.
Yeah. Well,
But,
minus whatever it took to get whatever her new equipment
Yeah.
was.
Well,
Oh,
from what you could tell, yeah, she wasn't playing a lute. There was just another instrument that was back there that she was trying
had
to
time to go shopping.
Exactly. Yeah.
She ain't going shopping now.
Yeah, give it a little bit. Okay. But
Buy them a thing. We should buy her a thing of like a bagpipe and send it to them. Some terrible like instrument to play.
I was real close to giving her the wand of conducting during the guild thing. I was gonna just do
Glad you
that.
didn't.
Yeah, guys, like it's probably worth more than 600 gold. So.
Yeah, and this is a good thing to keep in your back pocket. It worked out well.
Oh yeah. 10 minutes later, when I gave it to the.
What was did the guy at the what was that place called?
the Gentleman's Fancy.
Gentleman's Fancy. Did he ever give us his name?
No one asked. Aww.
Oh, I believe I asked because I introduced my friends. I said, "What's your name? This is blah 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 blah."
You introduced yourself to the carpenter.
Word, you're right. Yeah, because
That was Brett.
Brett. Okay. All right then. Well, that was a good little thing.
I'll give it to you. His name was Robert.
Robert. God damn it, Ethan.
Like Robert.
Like Colbert, but with an R.
Robert.
Robert.
You never asked. Yeah. So yeah. Next time we play, we'll figure out what's happening to Steven, what he did in his off time. I'm just interested if you guys are gonna let him do his thing and just fucking crash, or if you're gonna try to find him first.
Well, we're already back at the end. I imagine it's the end of the day. Like he already did whatever he's doing. I guess
I will say
guess
that
let's wait
from the
and see.
dealings from the dealings in Rockport, it's like the same thing in like Vegas. Like people go in, they're like, oh, I'll go in at like 3:00, sit down at the poker table, and then I'll leave at like midnight, and then they leave and it's like fucking 2:00 the next morning.
Yeah,
the next
I guess
day.
it also really depends on if because when are we going next? Are we going next Sunday again? Is that?
I don't know. We'll have to check with everyone and see
Yeah.
what's going on.
I really feel like it depends on what Degnan can do.
Yeah.
Right.
I would
Yeah.
imagine we could
I was
wait
trying
and
to scroll
see
back
if
to his
Steven is
days.
waiting for us back at the room when we're going back into the inn now. And if he's not, we could decide if we want to go look for him in the fighting pits or not.
There we go.
Yeah, I'll touch base with him and kind of let him know what I was thinking he was gonna do, and then
So,
I mean I have a pretty good idea of what I think he's gonna do, so I was just gonna base it off of that. But yeah, we'll check with him before we play next and get an idea of what's coming through. But yeah, that was a fun session. I'm glad we ended with you guys succeeding, because I know Nigel would have just lost his damn mind if he had given more money to these fucking guys. And that's where we ended it. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Hope everyone had a good time.
Yeah, bud.
Absolutely. Yeah.
it's fun.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome,
Yeah, that
awesome.
worked out.
Cool.
All right. Well, I'm gonna
Alrighty.
talk
Well,
to my wife. So y'all have a good night.
all right. Have a good one, you guys.
Everybody.
See you next time. We'll figure out when we'll meet next up and have more shenanigans.
Yeah.
Fuck the main quest. We'll just keep doing this shit.
Yeah. We live
Still
in Rockport now.
somewhere, but it's fine.
Seals? Fuck this. We can make money in Rockport by doing bullshit.
It's-
We'll buy a seal. All right. Have a good one, you guys. Good
Yeah,
night.
bud.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.